Yeah, man.
Yo,
Welcome back to another episode of Coach Talk with Friends Part 2. Last week, we was on here about 3 hours talking about the Colts. We shared a bunch of good times and a lot of bad times, especially with Frank Wright and Chris Ballard and the rest of the game. But we back on here again with same faces, except for one. But go ahead, Jahir, let everybody know who you is.
Oh,
Jay Henry.
hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, I'm Jay Henry, bro. I'm a Colts fan down hard, but I live in the SIP, Mississippi,
Yes, sir. Next
Okay.
door.
way down here.
Hattiesburg, right?
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. Gulfport now,
Okay.
Gulfport,
Yeah.
Mississippi.
And we got the returning too. We got Antoine and we got Nichols
And then was that
in the corner whooping up on 2K.
Yeah, let's get it. I'm gonna be finishing. I'm gonna be finishing in a minute, fellas. But I'm still locked in though. Hey, what y'all? I've been seeing a couple. I seen like and I don't know if it's me or if I got like some type of like PTSD from this shit. But I mean, when I get closer to it, you'll know what I'm talking about, Josh. Like so, and I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this too. Colts fans, like, once again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm guilty of this, and like this is why I got PTSD. Like I stopped doing it. So it's a footage of AR throwing like it might be like a 15-second clip or something like that, and it's he throwing the job down, and motherfuckers getting hyped like, oh yeah, his feet, I like what's going on. It's like, bro, like, hey, let's put everything to a halt and let's see him do what he gonna do in a real game. Does
hmm
his footwork look corrected? Yeah, for now, but that's not live action. It's not in we'll say 11 on 11. It's not in a
Yeah,
real
7.
game. Like we gotta see this shit. I'm saying in a real game. Sevens. You
yeah.
know,
Right.
and a lot of people getting it's the training camp hype. It's like can we like not do that this year? I'm seeing like a lot of Colts fans do that shit on Twitter. I'm just like, man, this is crazy.
That's why I don't even speak on it no more, bro. Ever since that video dropped and how I seen everybody react, bro, from both sides of the situation, the ones that like AR and rooting for him, the ones that don't like him. You know, after I seen how everybody reacted, bro, I just in my mind I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay out all conversation when it comes to AR, bro, until mid training camp come until he steps on that field, bro. Because no matter what you
Facts.
do, if you support the kid, you riding his, you know what I mean, meat. If you don't support him, you a hater. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. All what we need to really focus on is hoping that we find a QB that's gonna actually work out for the future of this team. Because we got the roster right now to compete. We got the roster to
Right.
make it into the playoffs. We have the play. It
Right,
might not be
right,
the big
right.
games that people used to, but them motherfuckers can catch the ball and make something happen afterwards. You get what I'm saying? Or they can run the ball and make something happen. You know. So at the end of the day, bro, no matter who's in this team, as long as the team is successful all around, not just one person. In
Right,
my
Right.
right.
Well, what I say to add to that point is that I get what Mike's saying for us. Don't get too excited because his footwork. We got to see that all come together in training camp, preseason, and then the live game. What he's doing right now is just a first step. It just shows that he's been working out in the offseason, which he should, because it's year three. A lot of doubt surrounding him, and nobody had no faith in him right now. Some do, but majority of us don't. And I'm not saying us as in me. Uh,
Right.
I got faith in him. But what you got, Jahenry? What you got on that
Right.
take?
On that taker, well, I've been telling folks this right here. I'm just being honest. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I ain't never seen a guy, got all those tools, that big arm and all that stuff he has, and that sprint. But I ain't never seen nobody who, like you say, who can't make those. Like you were talking about, got his footwork and his toes. But I never seen, nobody who got all that but can't do the have trouble, like like a 15-yard route or a check down throw. So I don't brag. I don't brag on no videos. 'Cause I was like, damn, AR, I bragged on him when he got the combine. I bragged on him. But when I was in the games, I see that he had trouble, putting that motherfucker on on in the right spot and all that. I'm like, AR, you ain't throwing but an 8-yard pass. So I'm like, y'all, I definitely don't speak on it. So I want to see him pick up that shit, man. I ain't been bragging on it, but about him throwing those videos without, just him the receiver. I ain't bragged on it
It's
yet.
just
Come back in 2 years,
it,
man.
it's just like I think like, and I thought it was a me thing, but it's a lot of things. And it's that training camp hype. It's like, bro, like let's not do this. Like we going in there, like I'm saying, this is what year 9 under Chris Ballard, and it's like all training
Yeah,
camp hype.
yeah,
It's like, bro,
mm-hmm.
like let's watch these boys do something in a real game, bro. Like let's not do that no more. Like I'm like, and like people
Right,
like
right. All that
they
preseason
see the
hype.
video. Oh, y'all better get ready. Hey, we don't know what that man gonna do. We hope that the result is the same as Josh Allen with Chris Heiss. That's what we hoping for. But we don't know. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? And mentally, everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? So we hoping that the turnaround is like Josh Allen, but we don't know if it's gonna be that way, right? Because
Right.
anybody can look good with a stocking cap on and a t-shirt and shorts on. But what's gonna happen when them pads come on?
That's what I want.
What
That's
happened
right.
when the game is on the line and we need AR to be who the fuck we drafted him to be? AR, the leader of the team. What's gonna happen?
Like on that
You
Patriots
know?
drive. That's what I want to see on that last drive in New England. He
Yeah.
was doing all the right things. You know, he was doing all the medium touches and everything on that
Now
drive.
you know your own people don't teach you that.
You
Huh?
see,
What?
he had two game winning drives. We had one against the Jets. He had
Oh
one
yeah,
against the
yeah,
Patriots
yeah,
back to back.
yeah. The Jets, yeah, Jets too. Yeah, the Jets. Well, that Patriots
I
drive,
mean,
he completed those 3 4 downs on that one drive. I like how composed he.
yeah.
I like that last drive on that Patriots game. Jets too, though. You're
Would you
right. Jets.
say that was more so Shane Steichen than him
No. We talking
On
on
that
that on the
last drive.
Jets?
against the Patriots where he completed those 3 4 down
I, eh, eh, okay,
Yeah,
you
conversions.
that
gotta
was big.
you
He
gotta
had 4
I mean you gotta give both credit because Shane Steichen got to dial up the play that he know AR that fits AR best, right? We know like he can make all the throws, but like even if you look at some of the games like in the Houston game last year, he was giving him plays that it was more so designed for some shit for Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to see more plays where he rolled out more. I think
You
like
talking about
AR is
second
better
game?
when he.
Second Texas
I mean,
game?
it was either the second or the first, one of them. But
I
like
Both
it
of them.
was
Corey Cobain, I think that your stack is
He
coming
did
from
okay
your
in the first
controller,
game, I thought. Except
the
one
what?
drive.
your
You
controller being too close
staticking,
to your
Mike.
headset.
You staticking.
Yeah, it's being too close to your headset. Your stuff being too close to your headset, whatever got like frequency with it.
Hold on, I'm gonna give it. Hold on. Oh shit, I'm gonna
Or
give
it
it to you,
could
bro.
just be your headphones dying.
Yeah, somebody static.
No, my shit. Hold on, okay, hold on.
Is it me? Do I sound like I'm static?
Yeah,
Everybody sound like they static and then.
Oh, might
hold
be.
on, hold on.
I don't know. I heard that. I
Oh
heard Josh.
Lord, my bad,
Hold
my
on.
bad, Josh. I shouldn't have brought up nothing, bro. My bad. I should have
Oh, you,
said
you,
nothing.
you good?
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I know if I can hear, I know the people that's watching can hear. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's gonna watch, you know.
Yeah, I don't. It's somebody static. I don't even got my headphones in no more.
Let me see. Let me see if I pause my. If I mute myself, see if you can still hear it.
I'm trying to make sure it ain't me.
I don't hear it no more.
It's not static no more. So
I heard a little bit.
shit, it might be me for real.
Yeah, I don't got my headphones. That ain't me.
I ain't got mine in either though.
So how can you tell? How you can tell who it is? Did y'all hear me good?
Hold on. Let me try it again. Let me see if I mute myself. Let me see.
Yo, yo,
Uh,
yo.
change headset. I changed headset,
Shit, that
so I
might
don't
be.
know if it's me or not.
Testing,
It's
testing,
some.
testing. Is it me?
It's somebody. It's somebody.
You,
It's somebody. We don't. I don't know. It's somebody.
you good? It's like it's coming
Forget it.
from Mike.
We don't. It don't matter. Forget it. It's
Nah,
not.
I just put my headphones on. I just put them in.
Let me go put in my. Let me go put in my shits real quick.
But I mean, the whole problem being in these past 2 seasons is that Shane Steichen has to make it more comfortable for Anthony Richardson because otherwise, all we're going to see is those chunk plays, those deep routes every time with Alec Pierce
Right.
and Josh Downs, and those are nice, those are great. Chunk plays are great, but I mean, if he can't hit the 10 yards or 8 yards, check downs, then I mean, he can't be a complete quarterback. We know he's gifted; he can run out the pocket at any point of the game. And I think at some point, I think they're trying to keep him in the pocket, but his best attribute is out of the pocket. He can make hella plays out of that pocket.
Yeah,
And I think,
you could tell Shane Steichen tried to force him to do it. Try to stay in the pocket. You could tell.
Yeah, it looks like he's always looking deep.
You off,
Every
Josh.
time
My
he
bad,
go
bro.
back, like he's looking.
he
Like
always
AR is looking deep on every pass play. Look like.
And that's
Because
what
he's
I'm
not
saying. Like
comfortable with the short routes. He's not comfortable with them short routes. That's why he's always looking for the deep play. It's because nobody made him be comfortable with it.
and that's the whole thing. Like
Could it be a city change?
and that's my thing about people saying being so premature on this dude. Like, bro, let's see this shit in a real game. Okay, yeah, did his foot on that throw, on that 15-second clip, did his footwork look nice? Yes. Yes, it did. Did he look like he had the right amount of touch? Yes. But what's gonna happen in a real game? When
Can he do that? Can he do that at 3
that's not a
quarters?
yeah.
Can he do that
When
for
it's just
4
not a
quarters?
leisure
Can he
pass,
do that? You know what I mean? When motherfuckers try to come at you and kill you, are you gonna be able to keep your footwork the same way the whole time when somebody's trying to knock you out? You know what I mean? Out the game, bro.
Can you do that if it's? Can you do that if it's 4 yards and if it's 4 yards to the first down? Can you make a simple pass like that and get him down the field? Like, what's gonna happen when the game is on the line? If it's third and 7, can you make a pass that's gonna get us? And you know what I'm saying, like that first down. Can you do that? I'm not talking about no regular. Oh well, just leisure. It don't mean nothing if you try. No. I'm talking about with the game on the line. Can you put some touch on it, the right amount of touch on it, and get us a completion? Or he's gonna fucking bullet that motherfucker, and it's only 3 yards.
Bro, it was about 5 or 6 games we could have won last year, bro. Only if he knew how to pass the ball more efficiently, bro. We would have won those games, bro. That's the crazy part. He was winning games with a bad completion percentage, bro. That's the crazy part. He was winning games with a bad completion percentage, bro. Imagine what he could do with a great, bro. This is what I'm. Oh my god! All that talent, bro. All that fucking talent, bro. Like that's the problem. All that talent.
what you got, J. Henry?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I want to pick at Mike one second. So
what's up?
Remember way back. What's the guy?
You breaking up? You breaking up? You breaking up?
Yo.
Yeah.
Who breaking up? Me?
Yeah.
You breaking up.
Ooh.
Okay. Whoa. It's just me and you. Whoa.
They'll probably be back. They got the link, but it has been one of them. It has been one of them staticking.
Yeah, because ain't no more static no more. Okay. that was Jay Henry. Because ain't no static no more.
It wasn't me.
It came back. It's Jay Henry. It's Jay Henry.
It's you, bro.
Yeah, that's you, bro. We just out here by ourselves, but
why y'all think why you doing that though? I mean,
are you on the Wi-Fi in the house? You on the Wi-Fi in the house?
It feel like it's a fan going on. Somebody ceiling fan or AC unit.
Yeah, get off the Wi-Fi.
Fan going on in the living room.
That's what a fan is. That's what it is. It's a fan.
Think it's a fan doing
good then.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to
ceiling fan or just a regular fan.
Mike.
Huh? I can't hear you breaking up. Get off the Wi-Fi.
Boy, got that dial-up
on the
internet.
phone doing that. What the shit? My shit.
Well, you got that AOL, boy.
You got that dial-up.
You got that AOL, boy. That dial-up. You know, somebody called the phone, your internet go out.
Yeah.
No, hell no, bro. No,
he said landline phone.
Ain't nobody calling.
Yeah, that landline.
I'm telling you this though. Mike.
What?
Yeah, boy.
What's that?
What the dude now you gave a nickname in preseason? I used to get on your ass about that dude.
Oh.
Who?
Number 10.
Here we go.
It was a receiver.
Ooh,
Doolin? Ashton Doolin?
Doris Fountain.
Not Doolin. No, it was a dude that make the team.
No, you talking about Deion
K? 10 back when
you talking about Deion K?
No.
After Moncrief left.
Yeah.
What his name is? Man,
That's
Mike
what it
gonna
Hey,
get
you
that
is.
see,
motherfucker
you
nickname.
see
You
what's
like,
going
man,
on, right? Yo,
Oh
yo,
my God, boy, what the
you see
fuck?
what's going on, right?
Boy, what the
You see,
fuck is
you
going
see this.
on, bro?
You
what
see
his
Yeah,
this,
name
right?
was? I
They
can't think of
Tyson
it.
always do
everything.
this.
I'm
Deion
It
trying
was
to
Kane.
think of that
Deion
dude.
Kane, man. He came from Clemson.
Yeah. Man, this man done gave that man a whole nickname. I was like,
Oh
that
yeah,
man
your
ain't
shit
did shit to
lagging, boy.
Oh yeah, it should be
preseason
hard
nothing.
like a motherfucker.
What happened
Bro,
to
he
Deion
said that
Kane
shit two
anyway?
minutes ago, and it just now came through.
Huh?
Boy, yeah, you
Man,
got that dial
let me
up, boy.
reset my shit. Yeah, it's still static. I'm still static.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
we
shit
Hold
still.
just
on.
late to the motherfucker, dog.
You lagging, bro.
Hold
So
on.
every time we say something, you hear it like 5-10 seconds later.
No, I'm hearing
Yeah,
you
that
right
shit
now.
crazy.
I just heard you right now. I heard you right now,
That's
right
it.
Yeah,
now.
You
yeah.
heard me,
That
but you were getting
dog,
lagging with him.
dog, I said that shit 10 seconds ago. What you talking about, dog?
Damn.
That's that
God
dope food.
damn.
That's that dope food.
Is that dope bullshit?
Man, man, what Deion Kane, what that motherfucker at right now, bro?
Nowhere.
Shit. Oh, nowhere. Shit at
Probably,
home. Kicking
probably
it.
Port
XFL.
couch,
Man,
CFL.
Mike,
port
you ready to bet
couch.
the house on that motherfucker though?
No. Cause after a while, I was like, I gave up. I was
Mike
like, you
name
know
that
what?
motherfucker
Because
nickname,
he
bro.
showed. I mean, he showed. I mean, I give everybody nicknames though, man. You know, the
Man,
boy.
he
Man,
You know,
man, he gave Kamiko Terrell a name. He didn't get them to everybody a name.
But you
yeah,
got,
I
hey, but you
always
gotta
do that.
start, you gotta start assessing these dudes before you give them a nickname, bro. You can't
That
you
give them
don't
look,
that
know
look,
you
that
don't know
basic.
your
and look.
lesson now.
Okay, okay, so look, come full circle. That's why I said that I told y'all I'm guilty of that.
Oh
The
yeah,
preseason
yeah,
shit. Like
yeah.
I told y'all, like I'm guilty of
You
that,
did,
and
you
I'm
did.
not doing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about these little 5 second, 15 second man, bro. When the game online, what is this nigga gonna do? What is he doing, bro? That's all I get. That was Jay Henry. That shit was
It was.
crazy.
Big time.
Yeah, it's Jay Henry.
Yeah, I
But
told you that the AOL. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah, it's crazy.
boop,
that shit
boop.
crazy. That's that
Man,
country ass backwood shit, nigga.
boy, down there over yonder, ain't he? All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Over yonder.
You,
No,
you, ain't- you for real.
Yeah,
I
well,
know,
straight
but
over yonder, boy.
so
Damn, it's
like
hot,
once
man.
again, like I said, like you know, I'm guilty of that shit, and I'm not gonna do that no more because you know, I just be setting myself up for failure. Anybody doing that, it's just not me. Like anybody doing that, you setting yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to know if bro gon' if bro can, because it ain't really. It's if you think about it, there's no athletic ability. That's not a question. We know he can make the throws. We know he athletic as hell. It's the fact that it's mechanics, footwork, putting touch on the ball. Um, Sometimes it's decision making. Sometimes he be throwing in the do be throwing in the double coverage. I don't know if it's because he like, you know what, I got the arm to do it. I don't know, but a lot of times he throws in the double coverage, and I don't know what's going on.
But I
But
think he just wasn't taking the game more. I don't think he. I think he was still in the same mindset as college, bro. He wasn't taking it serious as he should have been. You know what I'm saying? Because now that he realized his job is online, he done locked in somewhat. You see, obviously he locked in, or he would have went to Chris Hess in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
knew that
well,
he knew what issues he had, and he went to the perfect person to help him fix them issues. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
so that wasn't a Ballard thing. That was a him thing, and him and
Yeah, yeah. Ballard didn't send him there. Ballard didn't
okay.
send Ballard.
It was
So
most yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't go, but it was the fact that that okay, a lot of people was talking about there was a
We all brought it
possibility.
up. We kept tagging him in it.
Yeah,
Everybody kept tagging him and telling him to go to Chris Hess, and he finally went to Chris Hess. We all
oh,
tagged him.
for
Everybody
real?
kept tagging him. Yeah, bro, I
For real?
tagged him like so
well
many times, bro.
he
What?
didn't go
Yeah.
though. He didn't go.
What you
He
talking about?
said he said he didn't go to he didn't meet up with the guy with no, he didn't meet up with Josh Allen. He didn't go to his. He didn't go to Josh
Yeah, I'm about to
Allen.
say he did win with Hess. He just didn't work out with Josh Allen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. My
Boy,
bad.
you almost had me nervous. Boy, I'm about to say,
Yeah,
who the fuck been working on his footwork?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I was tripping. I was like, wait a minute, bro. This shit crazy right here. Like, wait a minute.
at the end of the day, though, too, though, another thing, too, though, I mean, sometimes, I mean, it is good, it's always good to have, help from, whomever, for as
Mm-hmm.
other trainers, other players, to get insight and just help out. Just become a better player. But also he got to put the work in. He been a football player since high school. A lot of stuff
Right.
is it's him. I mean, but him being, it feel like he always been a mobile quarterback. He haven't learned how to have a good footwork in the pocket to where he's not shaky and antsy and nervous in the pocket to where sometimes he feel like he got to run all the time. Sometimes he feel like he got to overthrow because he ain't standing firm in that pocket and picking his poison for his option 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've been telling Mike since day one. You get this man a tight end like we got already a couple weeks ago. This help his checkdowns. This help his percentage go up. A couple, maybe 5%, because of having a tight end that's going to be in the middle of that field in that zone. He ain't the fastest in the world, but that's a big motherfucker. That's a 6'6".
Yeah, give him a contested ball, he gonna grab that bitch. He gonna get it every time.
Yeah, and I like listening to Grunk since he retired. I don't like him on the field. He said that
Grunk.
Yeah,
Oh,
Grunk.
yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
But
that goofy ass nigga.
he said that Warren played just like him. I was like, wait, we get 8% of him. We get 8%. If Grunt play 8% of Grunt, if Warren play 8% of Grunt, shit, we got to steal.
Yeah.
we got to steal at 14. And a lot of people didn't want this pick. I did because
I didn't want it, but I wanted us to go up.
Look,
Really, I wanted us to go defensive end, bro. I really
okay.
did.
I did not want the pick. I just think that we needed to give Lou all the ammo that he needed, that he could use.
Mm-hmm.
We need to give Lou all, because
even if Ballard leaves and Steichen leaves, we still gonna have Lou, because Lou is not leaving with them, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro.
He's not attached to them. He's not attached to them.
Nope.
So my whole thing is like, I wanted, me personally, I either wanted Will Johnson or Jihad Campbell. That was me personally. But I wasn't mad. I was like, okay, well, if I understand that, okay, well, the Warren pick was more so to help out AR.
correct.
That's what the Warren pick was about. It wasn't about that, we needed a tight end. We didn't need a tight end. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
It was we needed a tight end to help him out. You know what I'm saying? If you give us a Josh Allen, you give us anybody, they could win with Jelani Woods. They could win with Greg Ogletree, right?
Well, Jelani Woods got to stay on the field first, and Ogletree,
right? He got to. Right,
Ogletree can't get to TE2.
Yeah, I mean, right, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I think that, you know what I'm saying, we could have the Jihad Campbell pick, that would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? But I get once again, I get it. AR needed T1. You know what I'm saying? To help him out. And the whole thing is like they trying to do everything they can to help him out. If you look at the draft, them picks was scheme fits. It wasn't about, oh well, but there was scheme fits. It
wasn't best player available.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, the two, because if we looking at if it was the best player available, we could have picked the boy Green up instead of two. I know, Ant. I ain't trying to piss you off.
I've been trying not to get my Hennessy. Now I'm about to hit it. I don't want to hear that nigga name no more, bro. Like I'm at the point right now, bro. But Chris Ballard just needs to watch everywhere he goes, bro. At this point, bro, because you just never know when Antoine's gonna be around. You know what I mean?
Man, come on.
Come on, no, he need to come on. He need to come on. Why you even say that nigga name, bro?
Mike done messed it up with it, man.
God damn, boy. He was sitting right there, bro. Oh my God, I cannot stand this fat forehead ass nigga, bro. Bro, Ballard is just so stupid, bro.
But okay, look, I'll tell you this. Do y'all think that him not being picked up had something to do with the school he was going to and the conference that the school is in? I think so.
No.
Was he SEC or ACC?
No, he went to Marshall. He not in a Power 5 conference.
He's not even inside no fucking. Yeah, he's not even. Bro, it don't even matter where he went, bro. It don't matter where he went. He was still getting those stats.
It's none of that. We know for a fact. Better looking at long term. Looking at if Mike Green is Mike Green that we all thought he could or know he can be, he got to pay this man a max deal that he probably ain't willing to pay. He might even be here to pay him. So why getting a guy right now that's let's go. There's a dog on the field. I mean, JT is just as good as him, not better, but just as good. And we know, as fans, this man been in GM for 8 years, 9 years, going on 9 years. When have he ever done
This is
anything? When have he ever done anything we wanted? When have he ever said, other than this, other than right now getting Tyler Warren, the other draft class, what guy that came up on the draft board and we said we're gonna get this guy here. We wanted
Mm.
Montez Sweat. We wanted Montez Sweat. He traded out and got Rocky Sin.
God damn, boy. See that shit right there. That fucked me up.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So a lot of
fucked
people.
me up, man. Like I'm about to hit this
bro,
motherfucker
my
Paul,
fucking
man.
head, bro.
That
My
shit
head,
fucked
bro.
up,
My
bro.
temple, my temple over here is throbbing, bro.
So
It's just throbbing, bro.
a lot of people wanted Quinyon Mitchell and Dallas Turner. We ended up getting Latu. Not Latu ain't bad, but
No, but
it's
still,
we,
bro.
we
Still, bro. Still.
so I mean it's we gotta take it for what it is. The man don't want dogs. He don't want to have to pay these guys the money. He don't have to have a discussion like
That,
how the Bengals
that's
having
why.
with
That's why I
trade.
said like I believe him not getting Mike Green had to do with the school he came from in the conference. Because if you look at their schedule, they wasn't really playing nobody like that. The Tuamalo pick was okay. I think about it. I read in an article that JT Tuamalu was they. I think he was the top recruit. Like he was like number two in the nation and number one where he was at. Far
Mm.
as like being a bit edge, like he was that dude. I mean, you got to understand this, bro. Who getting 6.5 sacks in the playoffs, huh?
The
Who you
Eagles.
know?
The Eagles.
No, no. I'm talking about in college. In
Oh
college,
no,
a,
nobody,
a,
nobody,
a defense. No, a defensive. No,
nobody.
he not
Four
a
games.
edge
Yeah.
rusher. Yeah. So,
Yeah, nah.
and he's looking, and he knows that. Okay, it's like I'm a Michigan fan. So Michigan fan, like Big Ten, we call it Big Ten bully ball. Like we know. I mean, as much as I hate them motherfuckers, I fucking hate Ohio State. As much as I hate them,
Can't
come on,
stand them
bro.
niggas.
We can go down the line. Joy Boza, Nick Boza, the boy Chase. We can go down
Mm.
the line, dog. They produce at defensive lineman. They produce in that area.
And
So
linebackers.
me, I believe, I believe that the reason Mike it had to do with the rape shit, the rape allegations, and his school that he went to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the rape allegations, because if we being real, if it wasn't for them rape allegations, Mike Green was gone in the first round. He was gone within the first 10 picks. He was
Yeah,
out of
Yeah.
there.
at least first
You know
20.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
And it
first
didn't help.
first 20.
And it didn't help about Justin Tucker's situation going on, being reported right during the same time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then
So
you know Ballard, bro. It's risk versus reward, bro. Risk versus
right,
reward
right.
is. You know what I mean?
The
Is it
Raz
worth
scored.
pick? Is it worth using this pick on him? If what if these rape allegations are true? Now you just
Mhm.
wasted a pick on somebody, and because now you know who Ballard is. Once you got a bad name for yourself, he's getting rid of you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you
Well,
out of there.
but
Think about the young boy. What's the Isaiah Rogers? That one little. I think personally we should have kept him, but
no.
that
He
one
should
little
have been
thing they
suspended.
got
I
him
feel
out
like
of
he
there.
should have been suspended. He should have been
No,
suspended for like the
Yeah.
rest of the
we shouldn't
season.
have kept him. I'm glad we didn't because you can't bet on your own team. You want us
He,
to lose.
but he didn't bet. It wasn't him. He was placing bets for his family. And he
But
wasn't betting on he wasn't betting. It was his family. He
he
placed the
betted.
bets.
He admitted to betting against the Colts. He admitted to betting against the Colts, and he did both. But he wasn't like
Send me
that.
send,
He wasn't
send
like
me
that
the
though.
article. But Isaiah was
But
nice.
what does that tell you about our locker room, about our leadership, about for one of your own players to bet against you, knowing that you're gonna lose? What does that say about your team, bro? Think
He
about
really,
that.
Well,
he really didn't care at that point. He was just. I mean, that's what Cam really did. I
so
mean,
okay, so here's my thing. Here's my thing. If okay, so we know since Chris Ballard been in here since 2017, he been going for what the high character guys, right? Who got the good
Yep.
RAS scores, right? So
Yep.
what does that say about his RAS score theory? If you got Isaiah Rodgers betting on the team, is that not a part of bad character?
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is.
So
But he
so
didn't know.
what?
He didn't really know that. It's some players. It's like getting an interview. Everybody good at interviews until you get the job, and then you ain't worth a damn.
That's
You
true.
work for them.
That's
And
damn
once you
true.
get in, once you dress nice, put your tie on, and you sound all proper and shit, and yes sir, and say all that shit in the interview, and then you got the job, shit, you like shit, fuck, I'm late tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. I got the job now. You don't really care no more. Once Isaiah knew that the fans was pushing for him to start over bums like VA Son and whatever. He knew that man shit. What I'm doing, whatever, man. They need me. I was secondary trash. They need me, and he out here doing, and he
What's
was
that?
getting hurt, huh?
What's that one nigga we had? It was because he was a we got it because of Gut. He
What
was
position?
in
What position?
VA Son,
cornerback.
Brandon VA Son.
Cornerback. Yeah, Brandon Faison.
Faison.
Like I
Faison.
was
Yep.
pushing for him to go for Isaiah Rodgers to start over Faison. That nigga was trash.
But that's
He
what I'm
was
saying.
trash.
But that's what I'm
He
saying.
wasn't worse than Baker. He wasn't worse than Baker. He wasn't worse than Baker Jr.
Baker and Flowers, I'm glad they gone. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Baker Jr. was a bro. They put Baker Jr. out there. That boy was burnt toast every snap.
Oh yeah, he was getting
Burnt
chewed up
toast.
every Sunday. Chewed up.
But see, the thing is,
They
our
knew
fan,
what side of the field to attack because his ass was weak.
our fan
Weak.
base,
Couldn't
Oh,
keep up.
our fan base
you said
gets
what?
our fan base gets too excited. Not those two guys. Our fan base get too excited if you get a cornerback that deflects three passes in 2 games. Like, oh yeah, he a dog. No, he ain't. He just first of all,
He was in the right spot at the right time. That's all that is.
Look. And you know what? Again, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it again.
I went to my you though. I
Look,
went to my you though. I went to my you though.
We not talking
no,
about
but
you, man.
I'm saying I'm guilty of it because what's that when who did FaceTime lock up? Was it y'all know what I'm talking about? And he had you on lock that, and I was like, let's go, we got one. I was like, oh fuck, man, here we go.
One good game.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, bro. Every time.
And
That's how they work
Coach
it.
Nexus was on my ass too. Mike, you always doing. I'm like, all right, bro.
See,
So
that's why I'm
me,
saying. That's why I like Mooney Ward, because he can do more than deflect the pass. He can take it to the house. He is a ball hawk. That's
You
why
saw
I
him
want.
Ward
Yeah.
that we got.
Yeah,
Traverius Ward.
yeah, they call him Lil Mooney.
Yeah, I like that. That's why I like
That's his
that pick.
nickname, Lil Mooney.
Oh, he sound
Yeah.
like he from the streets, nigga.
Oh yeah, you know
From
it.
the streets.
You
nigga.
know it. You
That's
know
what
it.
I'm
Lil
saying.
Mooney, that's a hood name.
That's
That's
a
like
hood name, nigga.
Junebug.
Only time I heard of
That's like some
anything with Lil Mooney, anything with
Yeah.
little in it, nigga, that's from the hood,
Yeah.
bro. I ain't never heard
Lil,
no
not little, Lil.
Lil,
Lil. Lil
Yep,
Mooney. Yeah.
Lil.
That's why I like that pick, because we get tired of just getting guys and automatically saying what they gonna do. They gonna lock down. I mean, people saying Jalen Jones will lock down. He ain't locked down. He ain't facing top talent.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
No,
Hey,
but
listen,
I'll give you this.
Jalen Jones got better. Jalen Jones got better throughout the year, bro. He got better. He didn't get worse. He got better.
And you got to understand, he was locking up. He was on the outside, so whatever the big receiver on the outside was, he was locking shit up.
Bro,
He did his shit.
Bro, I drug him a lot, bro, because he used to get burnt and was out of place a lot of times. In the
He's a
beginning, bro.
7th round pick.
But hold on. Give me a second. Let me cook. Let me finish. I used to talk about him bad. Bro. And then I start seeing him improving over games. He didn't get worse. He got better. And I was like, bro, I might have spoken too bad about this nigga too soon. This nigga's actually doing good.
I don't
You know
like
what I mean?
that. I don't like that. I don't like what Mike about to say. So we can give him the credit, give him praises, and then when he play bad, he a 7th-round pick. You can't have both.
No. Look. Okay. So well, damn, and you had left. You had left before he got in there. Okay,
yeah,
remember
yeah.
last week when Epic got in there, and Epic was like, I don't like Jalen Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing, I never talked bad about the young kid because he was a 7th-round pick.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, I didn't expect him to do much anyways. When he cracked the starting position, I was like, okay, well, because he's the reason. Oh boy, because we got him from Jalen. He come from Mississippi.
Hold on, Kobe. But let's be real. Who was he going against, bro, for him to get the starting job?
Bums.
Nobody. Nobody. Let's be for real.
But you got to understand. But you got to understand this though. Like, okay, so he had to go against Juju Brents. Now we talking Juju.
No, he wasn't there.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll let you cook. I'm sorry.
Juju got to stay on the field, right? Juju got to stay on the field. This is why I said, like, you know what? I wasn't really expecting much out. He's a 7th-round pick. Now, every time, if he got burnt, I'm looking at him like, okay, well, it's a rookie from the 7th round. What's going to happen? You going up against a veteran. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Right? So I never dragged him. Anytime he had a bad game, I never dragged him. I wanted him to succeed. But because I was looking at some film and shit. But when he cracked that, I was like, all right, cool. Once again, who was he going against? You're right. So it wasn't really like a okay, he cracked the woo woo. It was like, all right, cool. Okay, now go out there and show me what you can do. In the beginning of the season, did he get cooked? Yeah. But mid season, like Ant-Man said, he got better and better and better, and he was going against top talent.
Well,
He was going against guys.
My
well,
bad.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
backed out again.
when we've seen when you made it seem like he beat out Juju, he didn't beat out Juju. Juju was on the bench because he was hurt. He didn't beat out Juju. If they both get on the field together, he ain't beating out Juju. If Juju,
Okay, he's the reason that old boy got traded because we got two. We got so the dude we got he got I forgot his name. He was a cornerback though. He went to Kansas City and he was nice in college. He's like an SEC kid. He was nice in college. Rush, yeah.
Darius Rush.
Was it Darius Rush? You know what I'm saying? He was nice and he beat out dog. So I'm like, okay, well they shipped him off. I don't know. Maybe it was a character thing.
That's Ballard. Ballard is cut this man. He didn't get his man even a chance to play.
It might have been Gus though.
Yeah,
you know Gus soft ass. Gus soft as fuck, man.
Forgot about that. If
So
Gus started Faison over Isaiah, then
that's not, bro. That's not bring up. That's not bring up.
Go ahead and hit the seat. Go ahead and hit the Hennessy. Go ahead and hit that Hennessy, dog.
I already done finished it, bro. Listen, bro, we're not gonna talk about him, bro. Because who the fuck puts their cornerbacks, bro, 10 to 15 yards back off a 3-and-2 play, 3 and 4 play.
Nasty work.
Who the fuck
Nasty
from
work.
not from the line of scrimmage, from the first down line.
Man, anybody that play Madden,
19 yards.
Anybody that play Madden, you way back, I'm going straight slant.
No.
Yep.
No.
I'm going straight slant. Man,
bro, that's crazy, bro. Bro, listen, bro. It's literally easy as fuck on Madden anyway. It's easy as fuck unless they play disguise. You can tell when the motherfuckers about to run blitz, or if they about to just, you know what I mean, sit back. You can literally tell, bro, because either the safety come down or the safety stay up. It's two safeties up, two safeties in the top, or one come down. That's how you know the difference.
That soft ass cover two, man.
I hate
that soft ass cover two, man.
That's why I said that. Then a game where it was a 19 points against the Ravens. I said, yeah, it's over with now. It was when we had Carson Wentz. I said, it's over with, man. That man put in bombs, and that second them boys came back 19 points and beat us. I was like, you know
what was the white boy said? They hold
is rigged. That's the type of shit that make people think it's rigged, bro. Why the fuck? 19 points? Why the fuck would you put
19 points?
Listen, dog. Listen, we didn't have no answers for Lamar Jackson. That man hit the second half and he turned into a whole different crop of quarterback. I said, bro, ain't no motherfucking way. Yes, did we get hurt? Absolutely. But ain't no way. Like, you gotta understand, like, when JT broke, when Carson Wentz hit that dump down, that check down, and JT broke for that motherfucker for like 70 yards, the momentum had already shifted. And then like Michael Pittman caught that motherfucking catch and dragged old boy into the end zone. I said, oh yeah, we can get this. Second half, dog, we just fell apart. I wanted Gus going after that game. After that game, I wanted Gus going.
That was the first sign of Gus showing who he really was. And motherfuckers did not pay attention to it, bro. And I couldn't, bro. You know how hard it is to watch your team, bro. When the offense on the field, I watch. When the defense on the field, I turned away.
Well, I didn't watch the offense when we had Frank Wright. I didn't watch the offense.
Oh no, bro. I didn't, bro. I barely watched football during the time of Frank Wright because of him. He made me wish I wasn't a Colts fan.
Man,
that's how bad it was.
Me and Mike, the first 2 years, me and Mike was so hyped having Frank Wright. Called him man Frank Nitty. At that point, I said, man, fuck Frank, man. I don't even care no more, man. Fuck this dude. He got to go. I couldn't watch.
He the reason why we got Wentz.
But that's what I'm saying. You can tell the difference between Shane Steichen and Frank Wright. Because Shane Steichen, he know that JT cooking, he ain't stopping. He ain't stopping. Frank Wright?
I gotta disagree with that, bro, because he did that last.
Okay, go ahead, man.
He did.
Well,
some games he did. The last
few
games of last year, he took him out when JT he'd go for a long ass run, bro, and he'd be cool, right? But you usually set him out for one place so he can catch his breath and then come back, or two plays so he catch, depending on how the drive go, how that four downs go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he don't put him back in. He don't put him back. He did that multiple times, bro. And then on top of that, he ignored JT when running the ball. when we could have ran the ball because their run defense was not as good as they pass defense. And instead of him running the ball with AR on the field, he threw the ball, knowing damn well AR couldn't throw the ball in the first
And
place.
this
So why the
is
fuck would you
what
put
I
him in that
was
position?
saying. This is what I was saying with Steichen sometimes, bro. It's like you're not playing to AR strengths. I would have loved to see him roll out a bunch of times. He was, if you look at you go back, every time AR rolled out, nobody knew what was gonna happen. Was he gonna run or was he gonna
Was he
throw it?
gonna run, throw it? What was he
Nobody
gonna do?
knew.
You know what I mean?
The defense was like, oh, if you look at some of the linebackers stopped, like they wasn't backing back, they was coming up like, okay, is he gonna take off running? Because if he take off running, he out of there, he gone, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if he can make the throw, so I'm saying like, so Steichen didn't play to his strength. That's the only thing. Like,
Bro, Steichen got that he got that Bradley syndrome, bro. On my mama, he do. He got that Bradley syndrome.
No, it's some Nick Serini and Frank Wright because they all in the same tree together.
Yeah, bro, it
They
gotta be, bro.
always in San Diego. They
Yeah,
always work for the Chargers.
They all kind of.
What's the crazy part is, this motherfucker Ballard still keep picking people from that tree, bro. Why?
Man,
Why? Why you
Man.
get nobody from the Shanahan tree? Why you get nobody from the other
No,
trees, bro?
I don't want nobody from Shanahan. No, sir.
Okay, better than the tree we picking from right now.
And well, we'll have Shanahan tree won because every time he goes to Super Bowl, he lose.
Okay, but
If you go, if you
that Atlanta shit was all I needed to see.
He was that
Atlanta shit. I said, whoa, what?
Nah,
I said, oh no, bro.
Up some bad
I'm sorry,
shit, bro.
I'm sorry,
Why?
man. Yeah.
Bro,
Why you
bro,
keep
bro,
up that bad shit?
bro. Listen to me, bro. I'm scarred, bro. I'm scarred, bro.
Give me Sean.
I got PTSD, man.
Give me
I'll take Sean McVay.
Give me his trick.
Oh, we could have. You know what's crazy, bro? You know what? Another thing that Ballard missed on, and that's why I want to push this nigga so hard in his fucking face, bro.
Oh my god. What is
the
it?
Lions head coach, bro. The Lions head coach. He had a call with him like it was like 2 or 3 years before.
You talking about Dan Campbell?
By the Lions.
Dan Campbell?
Yes, nigga. Yeah.
Well,
he had a call with him.
But okay, no. Look. You gotta Dan Campbell wouldn't be Dan Campbell if the GM didn't give him the talent. Like Ballard is not giving Dan Campbell that talent.
No.
True. Okay. I
just like he's not giving Shane Steichen.
He ain't giving AR no fucking help.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not giving. If Shane Steichen had the talent he had in that Super Bowl, we wouldn't have this problem right now.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have this problem. They got two all-pro receivers. They keep getting any running back in their system. They rush for over 1,000 yards. They just got one from the Giants who ran for 2,000 yards. They got a defense that keeps stacking up. Ain't nobody stopping the boys right now.
Hey, look. You got to understand, man.
You talking about the Colts?
I'm just saying Philly right now. Philly.
Oh yeah, you can't stop Philly right now.
See, my whole thing is this. Like, I don't like how GMs, head coaches, GMs make shit so hard. So if I'm the GM, if I'm going trenches, give me all SEC boys. Give me the Bamas, give me the Floridas, give me the Auburns. If I'm going trenches, linebackers, D tackle, nose tackles, give me the trenches, give me SEC boys. Yeah. Go give me some of that. If I'm going trenches on the offensive side, give me some Michigan offensive linemen. Give me Notre Dame offensive linemen. We all know that Notre Dame is O-line and you. We all know that.
Fed boys, boy. Country fed boys.
We know that. Give me one of them boys from Penn State. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't understand.
On the offensive side, you need to go to the technical side of college. And on the defense side, you need to go to the dog side of the college.
Yeah. So I always ask people when the one thing that we got in common with the Ravens is we always get an offensive line. This is one thing I love about Ballard. He always go get an offensive lineman. It don't matter what's going on. He get an offensive lineman. I ask people all the time when people be like, "Oh, well, when people get," because believe it or not, some people is mad at the Jalen pick, the offensive tackle. People was mad at the pick. Why are we getting an offensive line? Not me, but I ask people. I say, okay, so. Far as the game go, who touches the ball more than the quarterback? Nobody can ever tell me the question. To answer my question, I say the center. Exactly, that's the right answer. I like the person that touches the ball more than the quarterback.
I know.
I'm saying, but I'm asking motherfuckers who play football that don't know this though. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Well,
crazy.
Like
That's
and
crazy.
a
he,
long snapper.
yeah, I mean, long
Yeah,
snapper,
or
but
a
like
long,
you know what
but
I'm
the
saying? Like,
usually the long snapper, bro. Either they put in a center or they put in somebody else that's the second behind the center. Usually, that's
and
how
all
it
right,
goes, bro.
always say like the quickest way to the quarterback is through the center. If you don't got a nice offensive lineman at that position, bro, your QB about to get chewed up on every down. You
That's
know
why
what
Jason
I'm
Kelsey
saying?
was so good,
Yeah.
bro. That's why Jason
And then
Kelsey was so good.
I tell people like, okay,
Trey
what's
Martin.
the second most important position besides the center? They don't know that. I'll be like, give me it's whatever his blind side is, that's the best position.
You said
So if
who?
he's right-handed, I tell
You
people
said
like,
his
what's the
blind
second?
side.
Yeah, if he's
Okay,
right-handed, his
his weak
blind side would
side.
be
His
the
weak
left
side.
tackle.
His
Yeah,
weak side.
the blind side meaning that the fact he got his back turned. The left
Yep.
tackle. If he's a right-handed, it's the blind side. You need a great tackle. That's why Anthony Costanzo was so pivotal. That's why people didn't understand his worth. I'm like, bro, this motherfucker's worth everything, bro. He keeping luck safe on that side. You
But
know what I'm saying?
it seemed like our right tackle and left tackle keep retiring though. We can't keep them boys for a long time. I mean, AC. I mean, he been in the league longer, but for a good while. But
Oh,
Ain't Brady
I'll
Smith
give
on
you
right
this.
tackle? Ain't
Brace
Brady
Whitney,
Smith on
Yeah,
right tackle?
he
but
might
he's not
retire
a
though.
tackle though. He's a guard really, and he got pushed to right tackle because
Yeah,
we didn't have nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you give it to me, he's done a hell of a job. Now that it came out, pause, that he was on some mental shit.
but
Right, that shit was
the only person that come out is Antoine.
pause.
Boy, you got me fucked up, boy. You got me fucked up. I like clam, my nigga. I like the cooter. I
But
can
look,
never.
like bro was on some Kurt Cobain shit. He's getting ready to blow his brains
No,
out.
no,
So
I was
that's
talking
why
about.
Niggas
he.
said Kurt Cobain while his name is Flirt Cobain. That's crazy work, boy. That's
No.
crazy work, boy. That's so
But
crazy, boy.
my my whole thing is just like I just a lot of times like okay when I and I mean let me know I might be by myself on this one, but the DJ Giddens pick, I love that fucking pick.
No, you're not by yourself, bro. Bro, averages 6 yards per carry, 4.2 after contact. Get the
But
fuck
people
out of here.
look
You're not finding nobody better than that.
because he played in the Big 12,
No,
so
people
people
see that.
not looking.
People see
Huh?
that. People look at it that
Bro, let me tell you something.
it's
When it come to
competition
the
with JT. That's all they're
oh,
looking at
sorry,
it.
my bad, bro, my
You
bad. Hold
good?
on.
People looking at it. People looking at that it's competition for JT, which I mean, he and they're right
He,
now they ain't
I,
JT
competition.
I
is
mean,
not gonna be here forever, bro. He's getting older.
man,
What do people
man.
expect, bro? He gonna be gone,
But
bro.
the whole
Bro, I would have
the
hate
whole
to have
thing
seen
is
Peyton Manning
the,
retire
okay.
here, bro, as a
The,
coach. I would have hate to see
the,
Peyton Manning retire because people would have
the,
cried.
the whole thing is this. Okay, we already, bro. We coming off of a season. What? Not last season, but the year before that, when the fucking running back couldn't catch the fucking ball that sent us to the damn playoffs. Fucking
But we went
Gooden,
through the whole season with no backup running back, basically, because they couldn't
bro.
do
And
shit.
bro, did y'all see when T Y posted? He was like JT would have caught that, but JT couldn't catch it because JT was fucked up. If we'd have had DJ Giddens, we'd have been good. We need fucking competition for
Hey, good.
JT.
Hey, DJ Giddens in that motherfucking goddamn what's the name situation where we faced the Texans last year or the year
Yeah,
before last year.
when Goodson dropped the fucking ball,
When Goodson got them, but you know what? And I would never blame Goodson for that. I would never blame Goodson for that. I
it
would
was a
blame
it
Shane
was a under
Steichen.
it was an underthrow. It was an underthrow
Yeah,
And no,
from
not even the
Minshew.
throw. Not even throw. Not even the throw.
It
Even
was
if
the
the throw
throw
was
though.
good. Even if the throw was good, I still blame Steichen for that. Because why would you put somebody in a position of that most
Right there,
importance? And then
right. And he's a
hold
rookie.
on.
he didn't touch the field all game.
Yeah.
He didn't
Yeah,
touch the
the
field
mama
all
was,
game.
yeah, the mama was, yeah, you right. The mama was way too big. Like, what are you
That
doing,
was
bro?
Frank. I said Frank, boy. See, look, he
That
making
was,
me feel like he Frank. That was
mama
Shane
got
Steichen.
PTSD from Frank, boy.
But that's some shit
God.
Frank would do. That's some shit
Yeah,
Frank would do, bro. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely. For surely.
So
Absolutely.
that
No.
was on Shane, bro. That play call was on Shane, especially when nobody could stop JT running up the middle of that game. Why the fuck would you take him out?
They couldn't stop him.
Why would you
Yeah,
take
that
him
shit.
out? It was only 3 yards,
No,
bro. He
but
could have
but
made that.
but his ankle was fucked up. That's why he
It
took
don't
him
matter.
out.
He still would have pushed through that, bro. He would have pushed through that. Especially if you would have swung. If you would have swung, what's his face out? Brandon Smith. You would have swung Brandon Smith out, bro. We would have got it, bro. We would have got him.
You know what? You got a point, hey man.
No,
You got a point. Because all you had to do was And on that play, put Mo Alley Cox out there and have Mo
Yeah.
Alley Cox block, and then because what we was like, what, 3 yards, 4 yards, some shit like that.
4 yards, bro. 4
Three, four
yards, yeah.
yards. You know what I'm saying? JT could have made that on a fucked up. Then put him, and after we got up there, kicked the field goal, won the game, let him sit out, wrap his shit up, shoot him up with drugs. He been cool for the next.
Bro,
Yeah, you
sometimes
right.
the lights are too bright for people,
It
bro. The
just
right lights
yeah,
get
it
too bright.
wasn't it wasn't the
Yeah,
right play. It wasn't the right play.
yeah. The moment was way too big for Tyler. Way too big.
And man, the fan base, man, hurt man. Somebody was
They
crazy.
drug him, bro.
They
They
Hey,
drug
drug
him.
him,
bro,
bro.
bro was getting death threats.
For no
He was
reason,
getting
bro, because that
for
wasn't
no.
even his fault.
Yeah,
Like,
that was what I'm saying. Like he shouldn't have even been in the fucking game. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like
bro, I
you
was
put
at
the
the game,
rookie
bro. I
in.
was at the game. I was at the game live, bro. As soon as that happened, bro, I looked
Wow.
over everybody. I looked over everybody. I said, "That's on Shane." I said, "Y'all blame him. Y'all not real fans, bro, because y'all don't
But
know
the whole look,
football."
look. Okay, the whole thing was you remember like at the end of the game when they showed Shane, like Shane blamed it on Gardner Minshew.
Bro,
It's a thing, go back and he was like, that's on you. He told that you can read that he was like, that's on you. He blamed it on Gardner Minshew. Was the throw underthrown? Absolutely. But
but
if
did it
JT was
touch
in the
his
game,
hand?
JT would have
Well,
it touched his hands. He got to catch it.
I'm gonna say it's on both.
It's on both.
It's
It's
all
on
three of
all
them.
three of them. It's
Yeah,
on
all
all
Facts.
three.
three of them. Shane
No,
Steichen made a
facts.
stupid play call. Gardner Minshew didn't execute the throw properly, and Goodson didn't catch it when it touched his hands.
The
All
thing
three of them
was,
made a mistake.
Gordon was not pressured on that pass.
At all, bro.
He
He had
wasn't
more than
at
enough
all.
time to throw that ball. He
He
had
was
more
bagging
At
than
up
all.
enough
too fast. He threw it so quick, like it was just like they blitz, sent an all out blitz. It wasn't an all out blitz. If they did rush one, because
Oh,
they
man.
didn't, they
If he
didn't.
would have waited, for the line to keep going, Goodson would have been wide open for a touchdown. Wide the fuck open.
I remember that game like yesterday because they didn't even have Will Anderson. He was on a snap count, so he wasn't even
Yep.
on he wasn't even on that play.
And on top of
Yep.
that, I think it was Pittman on that side with Goodson when he threw the ball, and Pittman took the corner and the safety with him. He took the
Wow.
Yeah.
corner and the safety with him. And Goodson was by
Wow.
himself on a fucking island, basically. Only thing he had to do was shake one person if he had caught it.
Cause,
You know what I mean?
cause on that play, I think they was looking for a back shoulder fade from Pittman. They was probably looking for the back shoulder fade. Him
And he
catch
realized,
that
and
motherfucker
Minshew
and get out of
realized,
bounds.
yeah, Minshew realized that Pittman wasn't gonna make that catch over them two defenders,
Nah,
bro. So he had to
he
make a
wasn't.
decision.
Yeah.
It
He had
wouldn't have been right play either because I mean all you need is 3 yards, 4 yards. You don't need no back shoulder right now. To get
Yeah.
fucking JT should have stayed on the field, and they should
yeah.
have did a
Yeah.
swing
Yeah.
play.
He
He
could have
should have
kept
did a
JT
swing
in that
play.
motherfucker.
But they had Zach. They ain't had no Zach Miles. They had. I
We
mean
had
nobody.
we still had Goodson. We had Sermon at the time. We didn't have nobody else.
Well, see why
Yeah,
they
we
missed
had
We
Goodson,
got rid
Tyler
of
Goodson,
Moss.
and
We got rid
Sermon.
of Moss last year. We got rid of
why,
Moss
Yeah.
last year.
Sermon should got the ball. Then Sermon been he had more.
He was in the game too. He played some snaps too. He was in the game.
Yeah.
And he
Yep.
was getting positive yards. He was getting positive. We've seen what Goodson.
Okay.
We
Okay.
see what,
Trey Sermon, another Ohio State kid.
I don't really care about that part, but it was just a joke.
Nah, Trey Sermon did not live up to the hype, bro. That motherfucker
I
was
was
too
I wouldn't
slow.
I wasn't talking about. I saw what Sermon did against the Steelers without
He did good
JT,
against the Steelers,
but
but
in that game,
because the Steelers like the powder box. They like the powder box, and he's a big body, so he can take that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was so. That's why he was so good against the Steelers because his body is meant for that type of defense.
the thing
JT's
is,
not meant for that Steelers defense. I'm being honest.
well,
They
yeah,
too
you're right about
big.
it. You're
They
right
too
about
big, bro. They too big, and they like to hit people hard and hurt them.
it.
And
Yeah,
JT's not built for that. He too much of a prancer when he runs. He prances. You know what I mean?
I don't like
He
that.
likes to
Mhm.
look pretty. He likes to look pretty when he runs, bro.
He works though.
He a finesse player. He a finesse player.
Yeah, he's a
That's
finesse
why.
player. Yep.
That's why. That's why. Picking up the young boy we got from the Bears. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He
Herbert.
a gritty. Herbert. He a gritty motherfucker. And the
Mhm.
DJ Giddens pick that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like me,
Mhm.
I might be on the fence with. I might be by myself, but if this, I'm get rid of Tyler Goodson. I'll get rid
Oh,
of him.
They are. They go. Oh, he's going
It's
to
the
the practice
thing.
squad.
The
He's
thing
going.
that
He's going to go to the practice squad.
the thing that
One or
Herbert
two.
and DJ Giddens got in common is that they both can catch out of the backfield better than JT.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Mm-hmm.
difference between that
Mm-hmm.
is Herbert is a third down back. Herbert
Oh
can
yeah,
be a third down
yeah.
back.
So you good? Yeah. I mean, shit. Gibbon is too.
Yeah.
Gibbon
But
is too.
Giddens more so of a 1-2 punch than he is a third
Yeah.
down back. He more
He
of a
like
1-2
like
punch,
if
bro.
we look in there like we
In my opinion, brother. In my opinion.
no
That's just,
I'm with you, Ant Man. I'm with you. Like if like me 1-2 punch get JT. I'm saying let JT run first and second down. Give it to DJG third and fourth down because
Yeah.
he can look for them holes just like JT. He know how
He
to get
just,
them
bro. He is
holes.
just like JT, bro. He is literally
He's
just like
shifty.
JT.
He
He
awful.
is
He's
just
shifty
like
as
him,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah, he's
When I
shifty
seen
as
him
fuck.
run, when I seen his highlights, I said, "Is that JT?"
Bro, now,
JT,
if
bro.
we,
Like,
here's the thing. Like, and I think I told Josh about this. I don't even know how the fuck he fell to the 5th round. Because if you look
JT.
at,
Oh, who you talking
he's a
about?
5th
Giddens?
round pick. Yeah, get it.
Or
He's our 5th
Giddens?
round
Yeah,
pick,
I'm about to
bro.
say, hold on.
He
JT didn't fall to no fifth.
if, if you no, I'm talking about DJG.
Yeah.
If we look at Giddens, dog, he was a top 5 running back in the draft, and he fell all the way to the 5th. And it
Well,
might
all,
have been because
Right behind Ashton Genty. Right
the
behind
thing is
Ashton
too.
Genty.
The thing is too though. He's the only one that failed. They get what that name is Scatterboo. He failed. Dylan Simpson failed.
where round did he go to?
Shit, he might be the
Scottaboo
third,
went
fourth.
5. No, he went like 4 or 5. You right?
Yeah, four or
Third, fourth.
five.
Yeah.
Dylan Simpson from Tennessee. He was a dog. He
Oh
failed, boy.
man, yeah, that's
He,
crazy.
he failed.
But we really got the steal in the draft when it comes to running back. 'Cause we got the second best running back in the draft. If we're being honest,
Oh,
bro. We do.
fact. Look,
We
the
do.
boy ran a 4.43, man. Come on, bro.
Bro, his
He went a
stats alone
4.43.
makes him the second best. His stats alone. When they popped up the stats when it
Yes.
comes to yard per carry, he was right below Genty, bro. He was like
Yeah.
0.6 below Genty. 0.6.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Literally.
I'm saying.
Oh shit, boy. This shit fucked up, ain't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
Why did they take that screenshot?
bro, that's the meme right there. That's a good old meme.
All right, I already on screenshot. Don't worry about it. Oh, he in trouble. Boy, he in trouble, boy. You should never let your phone freeze like that. Oh,
Oh man,
he about to cuss me out, boy. He about to cuss me out when I post this shit on him. Hey,
but
damn, dog.
but they get who the other do the
I'm listening.
Jukins.
Judkins.
Then he go to Browns.
Yeah, but they got Shador Sanders going. Shador Sanders looking good, boy. He's looking
I'm saying,
good,
but I'm saying that is he? You think he better than DJ Giddens?
Who you talking about? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he's better than Giddens, bro. Like I said, bro, they put up a stat sheet. They put up like you know how they do them little quick little. They show the names and the stats right next to him, and bro, they show him motherfucking being right behind Genty, bro. You can't if you right, bro. The whole draft, all the running backs, and you're the second one behind Genty. Yeah, that's a steal for us. That's a big steal because he fell so far in the draft and we got him.
I know a couple people said that Jensen gonna be a bust. I was like, I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
He run just like Scottaboo, but he's stronger.
My bad. My phone got too hot. Y'all. My bad.
No, man, my phone on 9%. My shit about to die anyways. I'm gonna talk to it die.
But but like I don't even. I think that was. If you looking at me, if I'm judging the draft, I say our best picks was. I say, and of course, the boy T1. Of course, I say JT Tuamalu and the boy DJG. Giddens. Some of our best 3 picks.
I'm saying Wally.
You know what's crazy about that is,
bro, he's just undersized, bro. I don't like that.
Yeah, that shit fucks me up, bro. That 5'10" shit is like.
I gotta see him play. I gotta see him play. That's it.
I get it.
It ain't no difference than we praise Kenny from being undrafted and he's a dog with us.
I don't praise Kenny.
Yeah.
I don't praise Kenny.
I praise him. I fuck with him.
Because Kenny done made a lot of mistakes here recently for him to be a vet like he
But he's been more of a dog than he made mistakes, though. Let's be real, and let's be real,
bro.
Let's be real.
But those rookie mistakes have cost us a lot, bro. Those rookie mistakes he has made have cost us.
I know me and Mike talk about this all the time. Sometimes you can be a dog and you play against somebody else that's support or just not as good. Like before Bernie got good on left tackle, it was harder for Quentin Nelson, and his play went down 1 year. We like, man, Quentin Nelson ass, bro. We got that man $2 million a year. That man ass because we didn't have a stable left tackle until got Bernie, and then Bernie had his ups and downs rookie year. Now he's one of our our guys.
Yeah, he's one of the best left tackles in the game. We being real. Don't play Bernie out like that.
I ain't gonna say it like that.
But you knew how I knew that the NFL was so fucking funny, bro, and a joke. When we had 2 linemen, bro, Who named it French and fries, my nigga?
Yo, I knew you was gonna bring that shit up, man. I
That
knew
shit
it,
was
bro.
so fucking funny, bro. I'm
Funny,
like,
dog. It was, and I remember
said,
it was a preseason game when they showed them like French fries. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy as
they
fuck,
took
bro.
that picture of their jersey. They was turned around, bro. They just had
Yeah.
finished the snap. They just finished the plate, and they about to turn back and go to the huddle. And they took a picture of the nigga, and they said French fry. I said, no way. I thought it was fake. I thought it was Photoshop. So I was like, bro. I looked at the rocks.
Oh,
This was during the time where I was barely watching. While I was watching on and off. And this
yeah,
is after we got rid of Peyton Manning. I was heartbroken, so I watched on and off for years.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
seen that shit, bro, and I said, "What?" And I said, "This cannot be real. Ain't no way somebody on our team named French and
Hey,
fries, bro. No way."
that Peyton Manning fucked a lot of us up, bro. I tell motherfucker,
Nigga,
I
I
said,
stopped
listen,
watching for
dog.
years. I stopped watching for years after that.
I tell motherfucker, I said, listen, dog. And if you think about it, and before y'all jump in and say something, if you think about it, few fan bases know the pain that Colts fans know.
That's very, besides the Lions know it.
They're like, losing a Super Bowl, I don't wish that on nobody, dog.
Nobody.
No fan. To see your
Nope.
team lose a Super Bowl, bro. Listen, dog. Them people don't even play in the AFC. Them people's in the NFC South, bro. And to this day, dog, I don't like that shit. To this day, dog, I don't fuck with Drew
Oh, you talking
Brees.
about New
I don't
Orleans?
like
You talking about New
I don't
Orleans?
like Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I don't like that emblem. I don't like nothing, dog. Them
Bro, that's
people
why I want
like
us to beat the Broncos so bad. I want us to beat the Broncos so bad. I want us to win so bad, bro. I
I,
hate Sean Payton, bro. I hate
I, I
him, bro.
fucking I fucking hate them people, dog. Like I will never get over that shit, dog. Like I tell people, like I tell Nick, right? I be like, nigga, you never seen your team lose in the Super Bowl. You should be grateful because when
Bro,
you do, it's gonna change you.
and Sean Payton always got his lips perked up like a bitch.
I
Always got his
fucking
lips perked
oh
up.
man.
Every time the camera pans to him on the field, he always talking about some. Give me a second. Here you go.
I need Nick on his
That's how he
on
look,
his
bro.
time. Put Nick in here because I'm
Okay, I'm
tired.
gonna send it to. I'm gonna
I can
send
see
you the
him.
link.
Yeah, tell him get on his
I'm
bed.
gonna send you the link.
Too
Hey,
sweet.
yo, Nick, jump in this live
I
real
never eat
quick.
it
Hold
yet,
on.
but it's
I'm about to
too
send you the
much.
link on your phone.
Boy, I can't believe y'all boys still got me on this motherfucker when I'm supposed to be getting some booty right now.
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
Hey,
you get some booty.
that's what I'm talking about, man. I wasn't
She
calling
get
you. I
mad at
wasn't
me,
calling
boy. She
you.
get mad at me, boy. She get
I
mad
wasn't
at me,
calling you gay
boy.
like that, man.
Uh
I
oh.
wasn't.
Uh
I
oh.
wasn't.
No, you
Hey,
good, bro. You good, bro. Josh, you good, bro. I know you don't mean no harm
hey,
to foul with this take
that
jokes and
nigga
shit like
said,
I
that.
yeah,
was.
babe just shaved, nigga.
She mad, boy. She sitting over here waiting for me to get off the phone, boy. She over here patient, boy. She get mad, more and
Well,
more mad, the more I talk.
go tell. Yeah, you can go ahead and go, man. You know, I ain't gonna never stop you from getting.
I did it all for the nookie. What the nookie?
I'm just.
Listen, bro. I gotta have more self control than that, bro. I gotta have more self
I just know
control, bro.
today Mother's Day, man, and do your thing.
Oh, it is Mother Day. That's why she
Say,
looking for some dick.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You got 3 minutes of Mother Day's over. You better get a good 3 minutes out of me before Mother Day over.
Yeah,
Girl, shut
asshole.
up. She said, "It's all right.
But
We only need one." Yeah, okay.
Yes.
but
Hey,
nah, I mean, I just far as I'm concerned, it's just oh he in there? Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I gotta talk to Nick right quick.
Now I listen. I'm gonna listen this time. I'm gonna mute.
Now, so
Yes, sir.
now you just heard Nichols say that y'all ain't never lost in the Super Bowl, and yet you still be mad at your team. You still be mad. Y'all ain't
You gotta
never
break it down for him. Break
never.
it down for him. That's all.
Hold on. Before we go forward, what type? Who is you a fan of?
He a
Baltimore.
Ravens fan.
Yeah,
That's my
Oh,
roommate.
I can't. Okay, he cool with me. Then I love Lamar, so he cool with me.
I do too. I do too. Go ahead, Nelson. Go ahead and speak your truth.
Go ahead, talk that shit, Nutso.
Mute your phone,
You say he
Mike.
loved Lamar. He said he loved Lamar, and the sad fact is, Lamar ain't never going to win a Super Bowl either.
You watch
This
your
is his
fucking mouth
seventh.
with that.
This is his 7th year. This is his 7th year. He's
Why?
won 2 MVPs. If he was going to win a Super Bowl, he should have did it when he won one of his, his 2 MVPs. The problem in Baltimore is with the underachieving head coach who gets a pass from a Super Bowl that he won almost 15 years ago, and everybody
thinks he's amazing when he sucks. He loses every single year in January. He gets every coach that from Sean McDermott to Andy Reid to whoever, they out-coach him every single time. He looks lost on the sidelines. His in-game, his management is terrible.
I can tell you that.
Everybody
Agree with that.
everybody thinks he's so great. And he just got a 3-year extension. For what? What have you done
man.
to earn a 3-year extension except lose in the playoffs when you were the favorite every single year? But yet that warrants you a 3-year extension. That's the problem with the Ravens. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter who they draft, doesn't matter who they sign. You can have, but Derrick Henry, did signing him? No, we didn't get over the top with Derrick Henry because it doesn't matter because the head coach ruins everything. Okay, that is my opinion. I love the Ravens. I love Lamar. I got a whole bunch of his jerseys. It's not his it's not his fault that his fans they suck his dick so hard. Like, bro,
I knew it was coming.
Not his fault. When I show up to the bar, the Ravens bar on Sunday, they don't say, "Yo, what we gonna do today?" They say, "I want to see, man, Lamar gonna do today." What Lamar gonna do? How about what we gonna do? Why is everything about Lamar? Lamar has become even more bigger than the Ravens, bro.
Lamar has turned into Peyton Manning.
But that's not nothing different from us and Peyton Manning. He became bigger than the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but you got to understand this. We wasn't talking about on Sunday. Oh, what Manning gonna do? Cause we had Manning, we had Wayne, we had Marvin Harrison. Bro, it was what the team was gonna do.
You got Raven fans that literally will say shit like this on Facebook. Oh man, it's supposed to rain on Sunday. See, this is why they need the dome in Baltimore because if Lamar gonna play, he can't play in the rain, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, this is football. It's the AFC North, bro.
I got
nobody has a dome. What are you talking about? Why they cater to this man for everything, bro?
You know why?
They sell out. Sell out and sell they soul for Lamar.
Let me
with
respond.
no regard for the team.
Let me respond to that. It's like how the Colts fan feel with AR not having a quarterback for so many years. Y'all historically haven't had a good quarterback other than Joe Flacco, because Kyle Bowler was bad. You had, Trent Dilfer was bad. So having Lamar give y'all fan base hope that I ain't never ever had a quarterback his magnitude who's that electrifying, who's that talented. So that's why they're doing it. Not saying it's good, but that's why they're doing it because
no. Yeah, I know why they are, and it sucks. It sucks. It's like that's not even who we are. We were always known as a team that runs the football and plays defense, bro. We don't have to have this quarterback who wins MVP every year. Like, that's not who we are. Like, look, I hate the Steelers, but I respect it. They stay with who they are.
Bro, y'all gonna be in the same position as the Steelers when it comes to the coaching situation because they keep giving that man contracts after him.
Mike Tomlin. So one thing I can say though is Mike Tomlin ain't never had a losing season. There was 3 years from 2015, 16, and 17 where we didn't make the playoffs. 2018 was 4-5. We was not gonna make the playoffs again. And Lamar came in. They benched Flacco. Apparently he was hurt, but they benched him. And Lamar came in, and we ended up making the playoffs.
Bro, don't ever send no more of your bum ass QBs to our team again. Cause the fuck was Flacco doing on the field for the Colts? What the fuck was he doing, bro? He came and then, bro, I've never seen that man smile so hard until I seen him smile when he got back with the Browns.
Because he'll be better in Cleveland once again. Because they head coach, he great with quarterbacks, bro. He makes all their quarterbacks look good.
Like was supposed to be great.
Steven Stefanski.
Yep, Kevin Stefanski. He gonna go to Cleveland and he gonna ball out again. He probably gonna win the starting job.
And he gonna retire at this year once he does another because he can't go out how he went out with us.
He want to beat us because he beat every single team in the league except us. He want to beat us and then he want to hang it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
He said.
No,
So
that's what it is. No, that's what it is for real.
So are you more mad at the coach or your GM who keep continuing to keep the head coach?
You know what? The first few years of the underachieving, like when we lost to the Titans, Lamar's first MVP year and all that shit and I was blaming the GM. And then I realized, yo, he is building the team enough to win, bro. You keep losing. Like, we didn't need Derrick Henry. Having Derrick Henry is, it's nice. It's a luxury. But here's why I say we don't need him. That was a panic move because the coaching staff didn't do what they were supposed to do. All you had to do in that championship game, we played the Chiefs, is run the ball with who you had. We ran the ball at everybody all year with those backs. So why all of a sudden we get to the championship game and don't run the football? We ran the ball 8 times or 9 times, just like we did in 2019 versus the Titans, which is when I started to actually see, like, yo, Harbaugh ain't shit, bro. How do you allow your coordinator to hand the ball off 8 times in a game, bro? A playoff game. So that's when I started seeing it. And I'm like, he repeated the same shit. You didn't need a Derrick Henry. You just needed to use the running backs that you had like you did all year. So that is the point I'm making, is like the moment is always too big for him. And you start realizing that Super Bowl was won because of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Suggs and all them leaders who basically you just told Harbaugh to fall back, to play his part. They got this. So now that he actually has the coach, now that he actually has the coach, he sucks.
He been drinking, ain't he? He been drinking, ain't he?
Oh yeah, we drink every Sunday. Oh yeah, that's what we do.
I feel like
no, but we on this shit though. We talking.
No, you good. You good. I was about to say I was about to get off of here because she
go ahead. Yeah, take care of your business, man.
Look, hey, I'll get back on again when you do this again. I'll get back on, man.
Hey, let's do it every Sunday.
All right, hey, good to meet you, Nutso. We do it every Sunday. I can make
sir.
that happen. All right, okay. Man. I'll see y'all boys tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right.
What I was saying, Nutso, is that y'all built a team, and it's not being coached the way it should be coached. You build a team.
Exactly.
So your GM saw that he put a team around everybody. Quarterback.
Yep.
He gave him a luxury running back who is unstoppable. Shit, can't stop him, and you can't stop your quarterback. And you got nice weapons on the outside. A nice tight end. You got weapons, O-line, defense, everything. Wouldn't it be imperative to let go your head coach, knowing that you got everything else around him? Everything else around him is playing well, but he can't coach. He's not coaching, and you still give this man 3 more years?
Exactly. Now you speaking my language. That makes no sense. I don't understand how the front office can't see his failures and say, you know what? We keep giving you this team and you keep losing. But here, bro, here go 3 more years. I saw that shit. I was like, bro, I can't do 3 more years of this, bro. Like, and maybe after 3 years, when he continues to lose, maybe they'll see, you know what? We got to cut ties with you. Like, bro, it's been long overdue. And I hope so. I popped the champagne, man.
You know what it is?
See, here's the thing. If I'm the GM for them, I would pull a ball into a room and just tell it, hey, look, I appreciate what you've done for the team. Hey, look, man, you got a Super Bowl. It's cool. Take this office job. We need a young cat in here that's gonna help us. You know what I'm saying? That's younger and can relate to the kid. Like you just, it's not your era no more. Like you just,
and you can't hold a clipboard, so you can't, control nothing. You got to rely on your coordinator. If shit go left, you can't say, "Hey, give me that clipboard," because you never held one. That's a problem, bro.
Well, he's a special teams guy.
So that's
right.
Even then, that goes with Ozzie. That goes with Eric DeCosta. They put him in this position knowing that he was never experienced to coach. Like it's like JJ Redick. JJ Redick ain't never coached. He ain't never coached in the NBA. He It gave him a job.
But when we had, exactly, and that get back to my point of it was all disguise and masks. All that his how you say inefficiencies were masked because of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and all the leaderships who, the leaders who were just like, bro, we got this. Just fall back. And then once all of them left, since then he been mediocre. I mean, he's a good motivator, but he ain't shit in terms of, just a head coach. Like in terms of the way I envision the city of Baltimore, he need to be like, he too soft, bro. He's just too soft. Everything's all good. He smiles on the podium. He don't have no accountability. He ain't gonna say we played like shit today. Like Mike Tomlin at least is gonna get on the podium and he's gonna be honest with you. He's gonna tell you exactly how he feel, whether you like it or not.
I think maybe a hot take, but shit, Jim Harbaugh no different than John. He the same they're the same head coach to me.
I just say he's a better head coach.
I disagree. No,
you know why he's a better head coach? Because he played the game.
Yeah, he played the game.
He played the game. But, I mean, look what happened he just as worse. Even in the Super Bowl, he lost. I mean,
okay. Look. Did he or did he not turn the 49ers around?
And what happened?
Single-handedly
for the playoffs right away.
Single-handedly turned them around. So go back. I'm gonna send you a link. And it was a dude. Somebody says he's like, "Oh, I'm about to cut the grass and find the snakes." He got all the toxic locker room motherfuckers up out of there and turned that shit around. We wouldn't know who the fuck Frank Gore was if it wasn't for Jim Harbaugh.
No. Frank Gore is
Colin Kaepernick too.
Frank Gore is from pay for the U. We're not doing that. He was gonna
nobody gave a fuck about Frank Gore until we saw him play on the 49ers.
Even when he left, he still was good.
Yeah, but we wouldn't know. We didn't know that Frank Gore was a dog until he played on the 49ers. Let's be real, bro.
Nobody. I'm
not. Gang. He was nice. Yeah, he is nice. But
every running back from the U.
Okay. So what team did he play for before the 49ers?
Miami Hurricane.
Okay, so
that's what I'm saying.
When you think he would have done that without a Jim Harbaugh at the helm?
Man,
with the same head coach they had over there, he wouldn't have got that life. Jim Harbaugh couldn't. Okay. Think about what he did for the. Okay, look, we're gonna use Michigan. Look what he did for Michigan.
That's why you defended him because of that. You gotta take your biases out of this because you're saying that this man went to Miami Hurricanes, got drafted by the Niners, and that he only was good because of your alumni.
Nah, gang, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the genius. I'm talking about the geniusness in Jim Harbaugh. How you cannot compare him. How you can't put John with Jim. That's it. Because Jim playing the game, he's an X and O guy. Right. John is a special team guy.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is he had the talent.
John Harbaugh couldn't have made Frank Gore do the things he did.
Yes, he could.
He couldn't have put it. No, he couldn't.
It's in him. It's in him. It just like Andre Johnson went to the Texans and flourished under anybody he had, any quarterback he had, any coordinator he had, any coach they had. Andre Johnson still showed up every week. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying that Frank Gore ain't him. He didn't do his shit. I'm saying that the way that he's revered through football wouldn't have happened under John Harbaugh. It wouldn't have happened. No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not him. We know Frank Gore that guy. We know it is. But
it wasn't because of
he wouldn't have. If Frank Gore went to the Ravens under John Harbaugh, he wouldn't have been Frank Gore.
He would have still been the same person because he just like
No,
that.
he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
He would. Yes, he
no,
would.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't, bro. No, he wouldn't, bro.
You were being biased.
No, I'm not being biased. You like, bro. You looking at. You saw what? Okay, You saw what the Ravens did with Derrick Henry. It's Derrick Henry a better runner than Frank Gore.
Where did Willis McGahee go to in college?
He went to the Ravens.
Willis McGahee. Where he come from?
He went to Miami.
And he went to the Browns and all the other teams and still was.
He went to the Ravens.
But I'm saying he went to every team. He was drafted, I think, by
but
the
he flourished he flourished under the Ravens though, in that running game because what they were at that time.
But he was a dog everywhere he went, man. It was just
he wasn't more of a dog when he was under the Ravens. When he went to the Ravens, he was more of a dog than ever.
Go check.
Think about okay. So did Willis McGahee? He played with Ken Dorsey, right?
Yeah, at Miami.
Okay, so Ken Dorsey went to the Browns and never became nothing. Ken Dorsey was a monster in college. He was a monster. But he went to the Browns and he went under a different system and nobody understood.
I got a funny story, man. Y'all gonna laugh.
Go ahead.
I went to San Diego. This was at 2007. I went to San Diego to watch us play the Chargers, and we was waiting in line. It was me and Fidan. We waiting in line, and the dude in line, the Charger fan, he looked, bro. This is the year that Jamal Lewis had signed. He signed with the Browns. He left us. He signed with the Browns. So, the fan in line is like, "Oh yeah, y'all not getting nothing today. Jamal Lewis, he ain't gonna do nothing today." I was like, "Well, I know he not because he don't play for us, bro." He was like, "Oh, well, whoever your running back is ain't gonna do nothing." I said, "Yeah, all right, bro. I'm done talking right now." Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. You don't even know who the fuck he played for, man.
But the thing was, I mean, McGahee was, he was a dog with Buffalo. We saw how he was the last couple of years in Buffalo. He was a dog.
He got nice. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that, I give it's certain guys I give based off going to college. You don't need to.
Me and Fidan met. Exactly. Me and Fidan, we met him at the BET Awards out here in LA. Willis McGahee, he sat right in front of us, bro, and he had just signed his contract with the Ravens, but he hadn't played the game yet. But he sat in front of us, and we was like, "Yo, you gonna love playing for?" We was like, "Yo, what's up, Willis?" And then look, he was cracking jokes on the people walking in and everything, bro. He a cool dude. We met him and everything, bro. He signed our little book from the BET Awards and shit.
Yeah. Hey, we was tell them nuts about the time when we was in the parlor and we met fucking Vince Young. Playoff set with Andrew Luck year, 2018.
Oh yeah, yep. It was the last game of the season. It's the game that y'all had to win. Y'all had to win this game to get in the playoffs, and y'all won, but you played the Titans. The 2018, right? And it was a Sunday night game. They flexed it. So we in the parlor, and everybody knew it had been flexed. We just played and beat the Browns, and Lamar, his rookie year, the same shit I was just talking about. And we made the playoffs. So, I'm feeling myself, bro. We had just won. I'm like, so I'm hanging out for the Sunday night game. It was Titans Colts. So we chilling and shit. And then who walks through the door? Vince Young, bro. Because, he played for the Titans. He come through. He sit down with us and shit. We talking to him, bro, the whole time. He was like, "Oh, bro, you the Raven fan? Yo, man, that young quarterback y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he the truth." And he sat there, and watched the game with us and everything, bro. We took pictures with him, chilling. Look at Vince Young, bro. That shit was crazy, man. And then, I know he feels some type of way because he went to Texas and they had lost to USC, I think, that year. So
they beat USC. They beat them in Rose Bowl.
They beat USC. That was
in Rose Bowl.
10 years, way earlier. But so
that's the year where we was in that group talking shit. You talking about some Colts gonna make the playoffs, and we ripped off 9 games in a row, and to get back in the
2018.
Yeah.
And then y'all won, and y'all beat the Texans.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, beat them like it was like 21-0 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Played
were
the
so hyped.
Titans.
Because that's the same year me and Mike
Yeah.
went to the Dallas game.
Yeah.
sir.
That was the
Yes,
same
sir.
year. Yeah, that was the same year. But yeah, bro, he showed up, was kicking it with us. We were like, yo, look at Vince Young, bro, just chilling with it, bro. The whole time he watching the game and shit. I'm like, man,
It's chilling.
that shit was dope, bro.
That shit was dope. We was talking to him and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, the Titans, they drafted me, so I'm a Titan fan forever. I'm like, all right, cool. That's his team forever. That's what he root for.
Sucks
You know
for
what I'm saying?
him.
Because yeah. I mean, I understand. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I was in that bitch off that oil talking shit to him too, though.
I think too. That's another quarterback that didn't get the chance. You know, him have Jeff Fisher. They didn't give him the tools. They didn't give him a chance to be the guy who was with
Yep.
Texas. He didn't get the
Yep.
chance. It was
the perfect example. Like if Caleb Williams would have went somewhere. I mean, not Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, bro. Jaden Daniels, the fact that he went to Washington and that Cliff Kingsbury was the OC, that's the reason why he succeeded. Like, you got to look at the system, bro. Like, that shit was catered to him, bro. Like, the best thing Jaden Daniels had was, that Cliff Kingsbury, because shit, he dialed it up. He could dial that shit up, bro.
and that's why it's good that Caleb Williams have Ben Johnson. That's why you can't. That's the only thing about people when people brag about losing. Oh yeah, you're gonna tank for this quarterback. Tank. You got to have the system for that quarterback. You can't just be tanking for the hell of it. We tanking.
That's why I always say I feel bad for like the well, not really for Jamarcus Russell, because they gave him a blank VHS tape. He said he watched it, so he wasn't trying to put it. He wasn't trying to put in no work. But some of these quarterbacks who never really had panned out, it's like, bro, it just really is a system.
Rosen.
And the team you go to, the Josh Rosens, he was the most. Josh Rosen was the cockiest one out of that whole draft, and it ended up, and now he's not even in the league. But the other four, which is Lamar, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Sam Darnold, they are. You know what I'm saying? So,
the thing was, you mentioned Sam Darnold. He got into a good system with the Vikings.
Once again, a system. Exactly. Yep. Kevin O'Connell. Yes, system. Yeah,
and that's me and Mike talk about
quarterback whisper type systems.
Me and Mike talked about this shit when we played against Minnesota, and him talking to AR. I said, we fucked up. We should never let him talk to AR. Because Kevin O'Connell telling him how good he was and telling him the things that he needs to hear from his own coach.
Yeah,
that's scary.
So this is why I don't want us to give up on him, because I know. Think about it, homie. We Colts fans, Josh. You seen the reports of what the Vikings was willing to give up for him.
Yeah.
And we said no. So you think all them things that they was giving to give up for him, that was Kevin O'Connell. He spoke life in the AR. So if he leaves us, we picked him 4th overall. He has to work out. If he leaves us, dog, and he goes to the Vikings and he's everything that we wanted him to be, bro, that's going to be the biggest fumble in the history of NFL. And he only, what, 22? 23? He's still young. But we cannot fumble this motherfucker, bro. He has to work out a 4th overall pick. Come on, bro. That's crazy.
I don't think go to the Vikings.
I agree. I think you can't give up on him and then see him go somewhere else and ball out and say what we could have had. You got to exhaust every single option that you can to make sure he can succeed. And until you feel like you've exhausted all of those options and there's nothing else you can do, then you cut the cord. But they knew that he was raw coming out of college. Everybody, they say that, but they don't remember They said that because the same people who said that are like, oh no, he's not doing that. Bro, you just said he was raw as fuck, bro. He needed, you know what I'm saying? Some seasoning.
Okay, Josh.
So
Josh.
until you're willing to exhaust all of your options, then you cut the cord, but you can't cut the cord, bro.
What did I tell you about the Tyler Warren pick? That pick was to help out AR.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be his security blanket.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I compare it somewhat. And me and Nusso talked to before. I said having AR is like having Lamar. Lamar had all them tight ends over there. He had Morgan Juicy, I think he had Hooper, or whatever his name is, Austin Hooper, and whoever. He had a bunch of tight ends.
And then early on, he had Hayden Hurst too, and all that.
Yeah. Hayden Hurst, he had all them goddamn tight ends. Yeah. He had no receivers. They got him comfortable.
It was all about run the ball and use tight ends because they catered to his strengths. Like, look, we know you raw, so here's what we're gonna do to make sure that you don't fuck up. Got your running backs, you got your tight ends, bro. Just dump it off. That's it.
And when he got used to throwing the ball, getting his confidence, oh shit, he can do anything.
Then he started using his receivers and shit. Yeah.
That's why I was telling Mike last week that he had a better season than Josh Allen because that man had 4,200 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and like 4 interceptions. That's impressive. And like almost 1,000. I think he had 1,000 rushing yards too. That's fine.
And the only reason I personally said, and I'm not hating on Lamar. I mean, if he won a certain MVP, I'd be fine with it. Me personally, I don't like the MVP, but the reason I say that Josh Allen deserved it is because Josh Allen beat the Chiefs, which is what Lamar couldn't do, and he took his team farther than Lamar, which is why I was like, you know what? All right, bro, you got that MVP. All right.
Is the MVP done what you did in the regular season? Not in you got in the playoffs.
In the postseason. Yeah. I know.
Because if that's the case, then Tom Brady.
No, but he beat Mahomes in the regular season though.
Well, see, that's I mean, they always give y'all that one game, like how we always get Peyton Manning and not Peyton Manning, get Tom Brady in the regular season, and then get him in the playoffs again. I hate that. I always hated that because we can beat them in the regular season, but you already know what happened in the playoffs. Come.
Right, exactly. Y'all beat them in the regular season, basically just to piss them off for the playoffs, and then they want to, and then
get our ass stumped, and I hate that. I always hate it. I always hate playing a team like that can outcoach us at any time. That's why I don't really brag about beating. I don't really brag.
And that's how I feel with Harbaugh is exactly what you just said. Can outcoach us at any time because he's not capable of realizing he has to rely on the coordinators. Hey, what you doing? Are you doing this right? Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. You can't just take the clipboard like the Andy Reid or the Bill Belichick's can and say, look, I'm about to dial shit up now, bro. You can't do that.
The only thing I will say to you too, though, is that I mean, look how many years as Colts fans how we were losing to Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick wasn't the way he was in the Browns. He went to the Patriots and became who he was. And we beat him maybe once or twice.
Don't forget, he worked for us too.
He was an intern.
He worked for us still though. He's still with a horseshoe.
That's why Raven fans can bask in that glory of Tom Brady only lost 4 times at home in the playoffs. And it's like, can you name, this is the trivia question, can you name the quarterbacks? It's Mark Sanchez, Ryan Tannehill, and Joe Flacco 2 times. Joe Flacco went up there and beat him twice in New England in the playoffs, dog. It's like
they claim to fame.
Yeah, that's when we had the grit of like the Ray Lewis teams, though. It was just a different Ravens, bro.
It's tough out there, man. It's tough out there in Gillette Stadium. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, bro.
That's
why we beat our chest, like, bro. We went up there and served him up not once but twice, bro. And the fact that Mark Sanchez did it, and out of all people, but Tannehill, man, that's crazy, bro. He only lost in his whole career 4 times at home in the playoffs, bro. And those are the quarterbacks, not Peyton Manning, not Phillip Rivers, not Big Ben. It was them, bro. Yeah. That's crazy.
The Tannehill thing was on the back end. You know, the dynasty was on the.
Yeah, that was on the back end.
Yeah, but
he was.
Huh?
Yeah, but but the Mark Sanchez shit with the Jets and the
Joe
Flacco.
I ain't gonna lie to that. Now that the Mark Sanchez, them boys, we can't forget that them boys had a great defense with Rex Ryan. Them boys had they were great defense.
They had Braylon Edwards and Santonio Holmes and bro. LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about. We can't forget that their short window they had. The Jets had a window. They should have went to the Super Bowl, but they couldn't get there. Not because of Mark Sanchez. It was just a lot of things. They just faced better teams. I'd say that. Mark Sanchez maybe probably was bad. All he had to do was just throw to open receivers. That was it.
Yeah.
But I think we knocked them out of the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Our second Super Bowl, we beat the Jets to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then we lost the Saints.
Yeah.
But that team.
And I remember the Cromartie game when the Jets beat y'all in Indy. Ooh. And Uncle E, he was mad as shit. He was like, that motherfucker that pissed in my face, he kicked the field goal right in my face, Nick. I said, Uncle E, man. He pissed in my face, he kicked that shit. I watched that shit. I was in the stands, Nick. That shit went right through the fucking bars right in my face, Nick.
Man, I wanna ask you this question, Nick. I don't know what it is about playing against the Ravens. Why do we play y'all and have to kick 5 field goals to beat y'all?
Man, it's always a field goal. Hey, why'd y'all let Matt Gay go, man? He was nice.
He was ass this year.
He was ass. That's why we let him go.
He was booting like 60-yard field goals against us.
He was
yeah, that was it. That was his fame right there.
He's ass, bro. He's ass.
But yeah, anytime we play y'all, it was Adam Vinatieri in the playoffs against y'all.
But the whole thing is,
they
have an internal hate for us.
I ain't getting to that.
When the Colts play in Baltimore, they put on the scoreboard Indy. But every other team, they put the name like Chargers, Jets, Bills. But when y'all come there,
I'm just saying our team can't. We only beat them boys kicking field goal. We can't be in it.
Bro, that man just said on the scoreboard.
I don't care about the scoreboard.
They put Indy. They won't accept us as the Colts.
But they put every other team with the name.
It's an eternal hate for us. It's never gonna go away. So accept it and move accordingly.
Yeah.
They're never gonna acknowledge us as your horseshoe. Because we moved, we took the team, and they feel like we left in the middle of the night, so we stole the team.
And you asked the old heads from B-More, they like, man.
They don't care.
They stole that team. Yeah.
Man, shit,
middle of the night.
I'm a 40 years now.
On the Ravens. Don't leave up. Only I don't talk to.
Let's see. Although I know that, I can't sit here and lie and say, oh, I got feelings and chime in and agree with them because I was 3 years old.
Right.
I grew up with really no team. My father, the closest team after the Colts left was Washington.
Redskins.
So he had all the Redskin gear. He grew up a Redskin fan. We won a Super Bowl in 92. And I remember that shit was crazy. And as a kid, he would have me, in Redskin gear. I'm looking at pictures like, hey, why you got me in that gear? I ain't a fan of them. So, so I didn't really have a team until 96, bro.
96.
I'm telling you, Josh. I was kind of fucking with before the Ravens came because I like their whole team was, I ain't gonna lie, the Packers. I was fucking with the Brett Favre Green Bay Packers, like the 95, like the team, they kept going to the Super Bowl, bro. I was fucking with them. And I ain't really gonna say I'm a fan. I was more of a fan of players. I had all the jerseys, I had the throwback Barry Sanders, but I liked the Packers. I had and then the Ravens came and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, cool. Now, I got a team again. I remember when the first year we came, we had the old school helmet with the you know, it was a little B with like the wings and shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I was fucking with the Raiders and shit before the Ravens came. Yeah, bro. A lot of Madden and you know.
Yeah. Listen, Josh. Understand this. They're gonna always hate us. If you got that horseshoe on your helmet, you got that horseshoe on your shirt, horseshoe on your pants, your shorts, your socks, nigga, your shoes. They don't fuck with you. It is what it is, bro. I understand that. Now, like you said, he wasn't old enough to understand. But the old heads, dog, they don't fuck with us. It's
Look,
cool.
like I was a kid, I had to ask, you know, all the old heads as I'm getting into sports, how come y'all don't? No, they moved in the middle of the night. They left us. So I was like, oh, okay, I see why they mad. I wasn't a fan, but I'm like, oh, I get it now. They, you know, they mad as fuck. And you let some of the old heads tell it, they'll make up some shit that, bro, that's not even what happened. Get up out of here, bro.
Bro, they will never respect Bob Irsay. Never. Never.
Hey, Nick.
Bro, it is what it is, bro. Like, this, so people don't understand. Like, they be asking me, like, well, not so your roommate, he your best friend, how you giving smoke? Nigga, because I'm a Colts fan and I understand that these niggas don't like us. They really don't like us, bro. They really don't like us, bro.
Ain't that so?
Yeah.
Imagine if we was a fan, you know, based off our dad, you know, you said dad was a Redskin fan. You would have been, you know, Redskin fan or Commanders fan.
That's crazy, bro.
My daddy is a Steelers fan. So imagine if I was a Steelers fan, you would have been hating me twice.
Oh yeah. I'm really giving you. Oh yeah.
Man, we've been still hating each other regardless of, you know, if I wasn't a Colts fan and I would have just stood with my team, my daddy team. Oh yeah, we'd still been going at it right now. Going at it.
Hey, bro. Hey, bring some beer, bro. I know. I got it. You got it. I'll go right now.
But
yeah, I'll go get it.
You about to head out?
Yeah, bro. I know. I can't even imagine. And like my pops, I remember we won the Super Bowl, bro. He was like, but him watching the Redskins, unfortunately, is what got me into football because every Sunday I'm in front of the TV and he watching, and you know, I'm like, okay, cool. And bro, this is like the Art Monk, the Mark Rippon when they won a Super Bowl and shit. And you know, I'm like, I just can't get down with that. Like, you know, the colors and the team and shit. And but yeah, bro, like but like as a kid, I'm looking at pictures. He got me in gear, like Redskins shirt. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, so but I'm like if you look at like you know some old pictures and shit, like okay, the Oreo gear was cool.
Right, the moonshine.
Okay, it's in there. Like the Oreo gear was cool because you. I tell people, yo, I was born into this shit with the Oreo hat, like little pictures of me and shit. But it's like, yeah, bro, I didn't really get like the O's is really my first love, bro, because I was born into that shit. The Ravens didn't come until night. I'm a baseball fan first. The Ravens didn't come till, you know, 96. So, but yeah, bro. But the Ravens have been more successful and won me 2 chips, and the O's haven't. So it's a balance, man. It's just
my first. I tell Mike all the time. My first gear was my uncle. He moved to Kansas. He bought me a damn cheap starter jacket. I said I'm not wearing all that shit to damn school. I didn't wear that shit. I said, hell, that ugly ass color. So I never wore. I was always in my closet. I said, I can't wear that. Give me the regular starter jacket, the black and white. I was never gonna wear that yellow. I mean, the red and yellow and white. That shit was ugly. I cannot ever. I was never gonna wear that shit. Never.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
So my first NFL jersey was a listen, my first NFL jersey was a yellow Randy Moss jersey. Vikings.
That was nice though.
Yeah. That was my first jersey I ever had, bro. And then like when I caught on like 97, kept the comeback, Jim Harbaugh, 98. I was like, okay, I'm full fledged Coach Nation. Let's go. I was on that shit like for real. Like, oh yeah, this Coach Nation, we out here. Let's go. I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, mine was Marshall Falk, so I had followed Marshall Falk
Woo!
to Indy.
Coach Marshall Falk or Rams Marshall Falk?
No, I would not say I followed him to Indy when he got drafted. I followed him to Indy.
Okay, Andy Marshall Falk. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy.
He left here. That's why when he came back to coach down here, I was happy for him, man. He came back to Louisiana to coach. But yeah, that's why I tell people, Marshall Falk, then Peyton Manning, then it all came together with Reggie Wayne and Stokely. He went to Louisiana Tech and ended up getting drafted. So that's where even Justin Tucker from Tuck, but from Tech, but he went to the dark side.
Yeah.
What's that got going on in LA, man?
No, he outside. He went across the street. So our loft is across the street from a liquor store. He at the liquor store right now. So it's going down out in LA. I'm still in the unit. Yeah, but so my whole thing, Jay, is let's see AR whatever progressions and advances he got dealing with Chris Heiss. Let's see him do that shit in a preseason game or a real game. I'm not sold on that little 5-second clip.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sold on that. Yeah, he probably in the store. He made the transaction.
At the end of the day, I wasn't happy. I like to see improvement because footwork is one of those things. Footwork is one of the things he needs to work on.
Absolutely,
so,
happy feet.
And the fans are already giving up anyway. So to see something positive is what we needed anyway. See something positive. I want to see him. I want to see him throw the ball to Tyler Warren, just to get that camaraderie, get that chemistry down with this tight end. Because he gonna need his tight end. He gonna need that man. He gonna need him on a bunch of snaps.
What?
Somebody.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I just think that like I told you, the Tyler Warren pick was a scheme fit. Tyler Warren was picked because AR needs Tyler Warren. It's like Tyler Warren needs AR. The whole thing is they giving him every reason to succeed. Listen, despite what they gave Daniel Jones $14 million all year to replace it, fuck that. They want AR to win the goddamn QB battle. And Tyler Warren is in there to help him win. You got to understand that. So you got to think about it like this. You win a game, right? Game 1, week 2, whatever. If the pocket collapses, who's best to make a play if the pocket collapses? Because mind you, there's no Ryan Kelly. He gone here in Minnesota. Yeah. Ain't no Will Fries no more. He gone. Who's the best man we got to make if the pocket collapse? Oh, he can make a play. It's fucking AR. It's not Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones can run, but he can't run like AR. The best person we... Huh?
The thing is that Shane, this is a combination of the coaching and also the player. Because right now, it seems like AR got the most to play for right now. Coaching, it seems like his job is safe. It seems like AR is the only one. Even though Chris Ballard said that, he tired of, the league, because it's the league thing now that everybody keep giving up on their players, young players.
Yeah.
And so I feel like now, I don't know if they somewhat saying they got faith in them, or they're just saying whatever we wanted to hear. But they really have to give this man have some patience with this man. Like you said, knowing that, like Nick said, knowing that He's a raw talent. They know that he can throw the ball. He can throw deep passes. It's about the intermediate passes, the dink and dunks.
Yeah.
The out routes. Can he do those? If he can't do those, then he's not going to be a successful quarterback because those are the
Facts.
easy throws that he need to possibly get a first down or get 5-6 yard. 5 or 6 yards of carry is positive because that's the first down at the second play.
Facts.
But if he can't do that, then that's going to be an issue for him and him being in the NFL long enough. Because I mean, what team? It's always a team drafting a quarterback every year. Every
Yeah.
year, so team's gonna draft a quarterback to start. And if you don't take that into consideration that his job can be taken, they went and got a guy and paid this guy $17 million as a backup who couldn't do shit with the Giants. That's a problem.
Facts. Facts.
Couldn't do shit with the
Nah.
Giants. He couldn't. They gave him an extension. They overpaid for him, and he couldn't do shit. And that's his backup. That's his competition just for the starting position. Not
Uh-huh.
and to me, it's not a real competition because if AR can't beat him, then that's the issue. But
Okay, this is my thing. If AR cannot beat out Daniel Jones, he has to go. He has
yeah,
to go. And this is coming from a person I love AR so much, and I know you love AR. I remember your voice. You was banging on the table for AR, like, nah, fuck that. Give me AR. I don't care about 12, 13 games. We got one. If he
only because
cannot beat up,
only because of the system. I said that if we can, he can with Shane Steichen the way he did with Shane Steichen. I was like, man, that man had Jalen Hurts. He had Justin Herbert. I said, man, what can he do with a young guy that's 21 years old or 20 years old? Raw talent. He can unlock his potential. And that's all I
mhm,
thought about. Potential.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
I know what Levis can do. What Levis supposed to be quarterback ready. Obviously not.
mhm.
And who else they had? Who else they had in the draft? Who else in that
See
draft
they
2 years?
try. See they
C.J.
try.
Stroud and Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
So
Yep.
and then you had Henry Hooker and you had a list of other quarterbacks that that probably weren't going to be starting anyway. But the main guys, Young, Stroud, Richardson, Levis was supposed to be first round pick, but he fell all the way to the second round. Um, the potential was there. I was like, man, the RPOs that we can do with JT and him, that'll be scary because we haven't had an offense that's a two-way. We always either with Peyton Manning, you known us for we had a running game with Adrian James and all that, but we was more so an aired out team. Andrew Luck,
Yeah.
aired out team. We wasn't running the ball. We had running backs. We had Frank Gore. We had Marlon Mack and Donna Brown from Connecticut. We had running backs. But our game was always going to be in the air, always going to be passing every time because we were built to pass. Now we're built to do both. We built to run the ball with JT. We built to pass the ball to Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, A.D. Mitchell, and Michael Pittman. We built that way. We built to be balanced. We wasn't built like that at first. So I'm
Hmm.
like, man, get a quarterback that can do that. All we got to do is unlock his potential. I said we got the
Hmm.
quarterback for that because Frank Wright wouldn't have done that. Frank Wright couldn't unlock that because Frank Wright, we know that he left us and went to the Panthers and got 5 season in his first year
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
with a young quarterback like we had one. So I was like, I knew I didn't want him to be the guy. So I said, man, we got Shane Steichen. We got the guy that as a guru for us what he did to 3 different quarterbacks. So I said, you know what? I want to see what he can do with Anthony Richardson. But last year when they told me that our best chance is winning is with Flacco, I kind of was like, Shane Steichen must be on drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like
Something.
if you look at the offense, like if you put like again, and I say like the rollout shit again, when Anthony Richardson roll out, Joe Flacco can't do any of the things he can do. Joe Flacco can throw the ball. Joe Flacco can't run. Joe Flacco can't run motherfuckers over. because he's bigger than everybody. You know what I'm saying? I should have hit you until I get the regular one.
Joe Flacco is accurate. He damn shit accurate out of both.
They
Out of
have
the two.
nothing else, no regular moonshine. Just no. Fuck it. I'm good with this.
Joe
They
Flacco
go.
definitely is accurate out of the two, but he can't extend plays. He can't do the things that
Ain't
are
no change. Okay, all right, cool. No, no, but the thing is like Joe Flacco didn't work for us because Shane Steichen's system is not set up for a Joe Flacco to flourish, bro. It's set up for a young guy like a Jalen Hurts, Anthony Richardson a Jaden Daniels to flourish, bro. Motherfuckers don't understand that shit, and I'm like, yo, bro, like we good, and they don't believe me. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
I mean, I'm still here. We just gotta. I mean, Flacco did what he could. It just wasn't.
Yeah,
He wasn't. He
yeah,
went. Flacco is two sides of Flacco. Flacco, we don't know what we're gonna get. Flacco can be good one game and then be totally ass, like he did with the Browns. It was good for the stretch. Got to
fact,
the Texans and threw 2 pick sixes in the game, in the
fact,
playoff game. That's what you're gonna get with him.
fact.
Regardless of what system he in, he can do this. Like, yeah, he going back to the Browns. He is gonna be pretty good, but he gonna throw 2 pick sixes. He gonna throw. He something is wrong with the guy. He need to go ahead. He passed his time.
Yeah.
Uh, he need to go ahead and hang it up. But
Hold
I
up.
think, like Nusso said, give this man. If you give AR everything he needs,
Yep.
everything he needs, and then you play it to his strength until he get
Yeah.
comfortable doing the other things that you need him to do as a pro
Boom.
stopper.
There it is. There it is. There it is. So now you playing to his strengths and like, oh, okay, to the point he get good enough to the point that he don't need you to play to his strengths. I
He can
got
do
it
all
now.
of it. Yeah, he can do all of it. Yeah. Oh, probably phone probably died. But I'll be on talking until you get back in. But it just one of those things where you need your quarterback to be for certain and not second guessing
Yeah.
himself.
No, to the point like where it's to the point where I don't need you to play for my strengths now. I know what my strengths are, and to the point where goes up to the line and sees the defense and feels comfortable. Like I'm gonna change the play. I'm good. I'm changing the play.
Right now he's second guessing himself. He ain't sure. He ain't for certain on what he can do. Other than he
Facts.
know that he can run. First and foremost, he can run regardless. That's
Facts.
always
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best part.
And this is what my problem with Shane Steichen when he doesn't let dog roll out. So remember when Drew Brees would roll out? Drew Brees would roll out because of his linemen. They were 6'6", 6'5". He couldn't see over them. So he had to roll out so he could see. But when he rolled out, it was always a positive thing. How come we don't let AR roll out? You look at in Florida, right?
I can
He
answer that
rolled out
question. I can answer you that question real quick. The reason why Breeze rolled out because he had Antonio Gates.
but Breeze was short. He couldn't see over his
I'm
lineman.
saying, but
That's why he rolled out.
he had a security blanket. He
Yeah,
had
but he rolled out because he could not see over his lineman.
I get that point. You ask him why we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it because he ain't got no security blanket. Mo Cox not a security blanket.
Okay, I get you. I understand.
Yeah, so that's what having Antonio Gates. I roll out every fucking time because who gonna stop his ass?
right. Right.
Antonio
No,
Gates
you
played
right.
basketball. Yeah, he
You
played.
right.
He athletic. He was a dog. When you can do that shit, when you can again, Trent Green was not a
How much
good.
motherfucker moonshine, nigga?
Trent Green was Trent Green was not a good quarterback, but he had Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
He had Tony
Shit.
Gonzalez.
If we look at the Ravens, who the fuck the Ravens had at the quarterback? Man, first one that fucking who's y'all quarterback when y'all won the first one?
Trent Difford.
Trent Dilfer. He had that. But he had a coach that was like, okay, you can do what you're going to do. Von Billick, yeah. Von Billick gave him an offense, like, oh, okay, do this. And Trent Dilfer looked nice. We can say we want to say about him, but that man is an NFL champion. We can say what we want to say about him. Oh, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. He had Ray Lewis, he had Ed Reed. The nigga was an NFL champion, bro.
What I say is that we have to let it. If first of all, Shane Steichen got to be confident in his
Tap
quarterback.
in, hold on. I'm about to get that's joining this thing.
He should still have links on his phone. He had links still on his phone. He can just the link's still there.
I gotta give him a new one.
Oh.
You gotta tap in again. Tap in.
Oh. Shane Steichen has to be comfortable. This year is I won't say a make or break year. I'm not saying that for AR. Shane Steichen has to.
Oh. Is it a make or break year?
No.
Because it's his third year. No? Why? Why is it no?
Because now you got to see how it unfolds with another weapon. And then you got to
What you mean?
We just said this already that you have a security blanket, having a tight end. You add another weapon for the middle of the field who's gonna be in that zone, catching those 10-yard passes and making as long as he does what he should do in his offense, which is throw to open guy, not overthrow, not underthrow, not throw interception, not fumble the ball, not get himself hurt. He'll be a successful quarterback. Successful quarterback don't mean his completion percentage being 60, 70. We're just saying that he's winning games and he's doing what he's supposed to do within his offense. He's going to be a quarterback for the future. Not saying, but again, Shane Steichen got to put him in that position. If you don't put him in a position and, again, play off his strength, then you open the playbook up and say, okay, hey, he can handle more now. Because with Flacco was airing that shit out against Jacksonville Jaguars. We're like, whoa, shit, this motherfucker. We out here we in a shootout with Jacksonville. But with AR, we ain't in no shootout because AR don't know how to read defenses. He don't have no security blanket. Like I said, Marlon Cox is not a threat. Jelani Woods ain't even on the field. Ogletree is not a threat. Will Mallory is not a threat. Those guys, they're not scaring anybody on scouting report. You got this boy number 84. It's gonna scare people because the man is a dog. He can play quarterback. He can run the ball. He can play wildcat. All that. He can do everything in his offense. Where now it makes AR job way much different, a lot easier because now he got a running game. He got some receivers, and then you got a tight end you got to watch for in that offense every week. Shane Steichen got to put it all together when he's thinking about this every Sunday. He got to put his quarterback in best position. Like you said with the rollouts. The rollouts can be for a tight end receiver or dump it out to a running back. Or he can take out running for 5 yards and get down.
Okay. My whole thing is this, bro. AR has to make the passes that you don't have to think for. That's what I want to see. Make the passes that you don't have to think for. The dink and dunk, the fire, boom. Put some touch on it. He got to make those passes. We are not talking about AR. We know he can make the 50-yard play. We've seen it in a live game. The 50, he can throw that bitch up. Alec Pierce gonna come down with it. We know this. But the dump down in the 5-yard, 7-yard, 10-yard, that's what's gonna win us the game, not the 50-yard plays. Can he do that? This is why I'm not high on. I know he can make all the throws. I know he that guy, bro. He is the greatest combine athlete that the NFL has ever seen. It's a record. He's the greatest combine athlete. But can you do the things that can win games? Not them 50-yard passes ain't gonna win games. It's them 10-yard, them 7-yard, 4-yard that's gonna win games. They gonna win games. Goal line formation, 3 yards. Can you throw a back shoulder fade?
Which he can't.
Can you? You can't right now. He can't.
He done it. It's just the fact that uh, last year just one of those years where it was just a bad year. He had you only have one receiver. I think that is great at being a back shoulder. And that's Michael Pittman.
Michael Pittman. Yeah, the bomb.
Allen Pierce is on. He only Allen Pierce is one trick pony right now.
Moonshine.
Uh,
Moonshine.
Allen
When that moonshine, boy.
Pierce can only do one thing right now. He haven't worked on his route tree. Now Josh Daniels can do all of it.
Okay. Okay. Alex, let me add Wayne in. Hold on. I'm about to add somebody in here. Hold on, nigga. Stay on live. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. Here, line. Boom.
D-Wayne?
D1, yeah. The patient fan at Indianapolis, yeah. Dog.
You see when he want to tap in?
I'm hopefully he just sent me some shit on IG. But what I'm saying is the okay, how do I put this? So what I'm saying is like the throws that a quarterback is supposed to be able to make. They're 7-yard, 5-yard, 4-yard. Can you put the right amount of touch on this ball to get us up the field? It don't always got to be an 80-yard touchdown, a 50-yard. It don't always got to be that. And I feel that. Well, not feel. I believe that from what I see is AR is always willing to. Oh, I got to make the big play. No, you don't have to make the big play, bro. You don't have to make that.
That's the reason why his numbers are down because he keeps trying to throw deep passes over and over, and they're not available all the time.
Facts. Like, you don't. Okay, so eventually, do I believe in Adonai Mitchell, AD? Yes, I do. But I believe it's a certain system we got. We got to edging in a little bit.
You talking about it in last year, he's going to be number wide receiver 1. I was like, yeah, relax. Relax.
No.
I was like, relax on that. You was high.
I was drunk. I was drunk. I was talking about that moonshine. I was that moonshine. You saying? So
you were high, like on that, man. Nothing wrong with
because I seen what he did in Texas. I seen what he did in Georgia. I seen what he did. I'm like, okay, cool. So you just got to give him some time, and I understand that, but you got to understand this. If AR doesn't correct those things that he can't do right now, bro, no wide receiver is gonna be good. Michael Pittman Jr. numbers gonna fall.
They already have.
Period. Yeah, they're gonna fall because he don't know what to do. Now, if he knows what to do and we bring him in like, all right, cool, AR, this is what you gotta do. Hopefully, him practicing with Josh Allen and Chris Heiss, he understood like the 15-second throw he did for Josh Downs. Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. That shit looked amazing. I'm like, all right, cool. I noticed his feet. I'm like, oh, his footwork is different. All right, cool. But it's not in a real game. Can he do that in a real game? That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
can he do that in a real game?
Well, what I want you to do is, just take it for what it is now. That it's an improvement, but it's an improvement versus what it was last year, where you saw him being happy feet and throwing, off rhythm and in traffic, either intercepted or overthrown, underthrown, and it just hurt his percentages because right now he had damn near 50%.
Facts.
So I would just say, just take it as an improvement because it's better than what we saw the previous 2 years.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I'm not
So
gonna, I'm not gonna get excited and be like we win
when
the
you
Super
say
Bowl.
previous 2 years, are you talking about previous 2 years in a full game, a real game? Are you
That's only
talking about that?
that's the only thing I only go off of. I can only speak on.
But we ain't seen. We just saw that on a training camp pass. We can't go off of that.
What I'm
We
saying
can't.
is
We can.
it's an improvement. If you already
Yeah, but is it
if
okay?
the
Okay.
theory is
eh, eh,
if you
eh,
speak negative now, if you speak negative now, you're gonna speak negative later on. Not saying
no,
you,
because
but anybody.
what I'm saying is, okay, we saw that 15-second clip,
Yeah.
right? We need to see this shit in a real game.
But it ain't got here yet. So we got that's the only thing we can go off.
And that's why I said we can't jump on that shit. Like,
But
all right, cool. That's nice. You did
but
that. Okay, cool. It's like your son, like when you say, like, oh well, he went to the potty on his own the first time.
and you're supposed to be happy about it.
All right, cool. You would be happy about it, yeah. Happy about it. But if he shit on himself, now you like, oh, you didn't learn anything. That potty shit was bullshit.
It ain't.
You shit on yourself.
It was still improvement. It was still improvement that you went and potted. It's just that you still
But
haven't.
you couldn't do it when the time happened.
You still. But
When it's time for you to shit, and you ain't go to you just shit on yourself like, oh dad, I shit on myself. Nah, nigga.
Potty train don't always mean that you're gonna be going to the bathroom all the single time. You're gonna make a mistake. Shit, there's men that's fucking 18 years old still pissing in bed, and they pot.
Yeah, yeah, because they wasn't trained right. They wasn't trained right. You stupid.
I'm just saying. Men right now, 18 years old,
Hey,
still
you
pissing in
an
bed.
asshole, dog. I'm not fucking with you, Jay. Jay, I'm not fucking with you.
I'm just saying, it's men right now, the potty trained shit 18 years
But
ago still pissing in bed.
I'm just saying, like, when you see your son go potty train on his own, and like he got it, like, okay, when a little kid like, oh, I got a pee pee. All right, cool. And you got to stay in there with him, like, oh, pee pee. But when they do it on their own, you know, oh, my son, he got it. He got it. That's what we wait on AR to get. Okay, cool. He potty trained right now. But what is he gonna be in the real game? Can he do it in the real
But
game?
what I'm saying is that how was you when Andrew Luck was not slide and take out on big hits? You ain't had no problem because you just enjoy having Andrew Luck as a quarterback and we winning games. But it took until 2018 where you start seeing him slide, not taking those big hits. But now his career over with now because he retired next year. So now he's like, okay, why you didn't learn all this shit year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year
But
7?
the whole thing is Andrew Luck did what he had to do for the team because he had to do that shit. We had to,
Quarterbacks should not take hits ever, ever.
right. But he had to do that shit
No,
because he didn't had no help.
him
He didn't
taking
have no
hits,
help.
him taking hits is never something he had to do. Andrew Luck was
So
just like
so so
AR.
it's okay. So okay, I'm gonna give you into this gangbanger, right? I'm in the hood and I catch you. You got a blue flag in your body, right? My mind says go ask this little nigga where he from, and you already got a blue rag blue rag in your pocket, so I'm about to smash you. Oh well, I'm from Florida. All right, you from Florida. Why you got this blue rag in your pocket? Oh, in Florida, we be cripping. All right, cool. You know where you at? No, I don't know where I'm at. All right, cool. Um, you know what goes on over? Nah, I don't know. I'm new in California. I'm gonna give you a pass. You ain't really on nothing. You don't really know what's going on. Same thing with luck. I'm the number one pick. The GM is supposed to know what the fuck I need. You're supposed to know I need a line. Ryan Grigson, he was an offensive lineman for 10 years of his life. You would think, right? GM, offensive lineman, 10 years of his life. If you don't know how to draft anything else, you know how to draft an offensive lineman, right?
But what I'm saying is, you got one quarterback that was we knew who he was for Stanford. Drafted first overall. What's the difference between him and the fourth overall pick? One is raw. One was already a quarterback. Was already
No,
a
no, no, no,
two-star
no.
quarterback.
One is walking into this motherfucker with value, thinking like, okay, I'm the man. They gonna protect me. They gonna look out for me. The fourth overall pick is looking at it like, you know what? I don't really got much value. I gotta work. I gotta really work and put this work in.
But what I'm saying
That
is
was the
that.
difference.
But what I'm saying is, y'all saying y'all saying what he should be doing, or and we shouldn't be excited because we got to see it first. But we allow Luck 7 years to get
Okay,
banged up.
okay. Stop. Excited. We shouldn't see it first. What are you talking about? What are your references?
What I'm saying is, we got one that's only been in the league 2 years, going on 3, and we're trying to see improvements. And you're saying fans shouldn't get too excited because it got to be in a real game, but there's no real game yet, so we got to go off the little we see right now because it's a step forward than what we saw the past 2 years.
But
With
I'm
Andrew Luck,
saying that because of what he did in the other season and the season before. Now, if it's Andrew Luck, no, we're not talking about that. He made all the play, but we looking at that because, and I'm saying that, and I'm saying that we definitely should give Anthony Richardson grace. If I don't know what your point is, but I'm telling you right now, we should give him grace. He
that's what I'm
deserves that.
saying. The point is
Okay.
that fans don't want to give him grace, but we gave all the grace for Andrew
What
Luck,
what fans? The white fans or the black fans? It's
all the
again.
fans, all the fans, all the we.
I see the white fans canceling him out. All the
Oh,
white fans is
I'm trying
canceling
to
him
look.
out.
I'm trying to look. Every
But we
we
didn't have
get.
we didn't need a grace period. Andrew Luck was ready to go.
You know what I'm saying? But
We
I'm saying
didn't.
we weren't saying that he needed to slide. We ain't saying he taking big hits. I was at the game where he got himself hurt. When he took his
I was
kidney.
saying he needed to slide. Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
you 6'3", 245, cool. Slide. You are the franchise QB.
Yes.
Nigga,
I was
slide. You're not above sliding, motherfucker. Because you're special. Yes, you are. I get it. But the reason why we don't have him here because he didn't slide. It's not all and it's not all Grixon.
yeah,
Grixon should have put a team behind him.
correct.
Yes, he should have put up, but it's on Andrew Luck too. Andrew Luck took a lot of them hits, man.
For 7 years, 8 years before he retired.
Come on, bro.
So
Come on, bro.
that's why I was saying like no real fans gonna sit and say that and blame him.
I'm a real
Everybody,
fan.
no, I'm just saying
And I can admit that shit, dog. Like I see,
not
I'm
you
like,
though, not you though. But I'm just saying that we having a conversation that nobody wants to sit and have this conversation because they rather say it's
no
Grixon.
Colts fan. They don't want
Yeah.
to have no. Listen, bro. Listen. I'll say this: if I catch Ron Grixon, I'm gonna hit that bitch with a bottle. But I also understand that, and Darbo gave me this shit. Darbo was like, bro, you can't say it's all Grixon. I was like, what you mean? He was like, if you watch the film, that bitch Andrew Luck was running in the linebackers.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. And I was like, nah, you like, bro, I'm not gonna argue with you. Go watch the tape. I went back, watched the tape, and as he said it, Andrew Luck was running in the linebackers. These linebackers 245, 260. What are you doing, bro? Why you not diving? So it's not just Ryan Grixon. It's Andrew Luck too. So when that's what changed my perspective when he retired. I'm like, all right, you're not retiring because Grixon didn't give him a line. I get that. But he had a line 2018, did he not? He had Big Glow, Matt Balenci. He had Braden Smith, Nelson.
AC.
He retired because of the fact that how he played the game. And I'm not knocking him though. But at some point, you got to lacerate kidney, bro. When do you think the slide?
He ain't do that till 2018. He ain't do that. He
Exactly.
waited. What I'm saying, he waited until his 8th season to
Exactly.
improve
So
in that
so so
category.
exactly. So my whole thing is we gotta ease up off Ryan Grigson a little bit. I'm not saying this bitch is the reason we ain't online. But we
Yeah,
gotta ease up off Ryan Grigson because Luck did this shit to himself too. He did
I
it to
was,
himself.
but that's why I'm comparing it because Andrew Luck got 8 years.
Hmm.
AR only got 2. We already ready to get rid of him. Not we, as in you,
But
me.
but 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 like you said, it's not we as in me and you. It's a lot. I see, and you know what? This shit live. So I'm gonna say this. I love white people. My roommate, he's my brother. He a white. He a white man.
Not,
But the whole thing
not.
is,
Is he though? Is he though? Is he though?
he might be light skinned, little pigmentation. He might be light skinned.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is one of the thing is like this. Hey, bro. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You're not used to a black quarterback being drafted. He's the first black quarterback we've ever drafted in history. In history, give him grace. Give him the same grace that they would have gave any other white quarterback. Give him grace. Why you don't get that grace?
It's because nobody had patience. That's what.
He got
That's what.
drafted. He was 20 years old, bro.
Like that's what Ballard said. Even though Ballard said a whole lot of shit in his 8 years as GM, that we don't have fans and league don't have patience for a young quarterback, a young raw quarterback. Had let's be honest, had the
Will
Chiefs.
Levis,
Will Levis. I mean, I
didn't,
don't know. I don't know if he would have made anything, made a difference
but he
because
white. He white though.
no, I was saying had C.J. Stroud been here, since he would have been. He black, but he wouldn't have. Nobody would have had too much of a problem because winning games cure everything. When you're winning, nobody care what color you are. You can be Hispanic. As long as you win the games, nobody cares no more. When you're losing, and then you already have fans already doubting you already because fans. The only reason why all the fans liking AR was because of the combine.
Come on, yeah. He's the greatest combine athlete ever.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
still
only
with
reason why they like him.
you. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
That was the only reason why.
You going.
So, and they're not seeing it in a live game. They seeing a glimpse of it, but they're not seeing him take the next step, taking the leap, and being the guy that we know he can be for this franchise. And that's where they want to see it fast, in a hurry. Packers fans
Yeah.
didn't. Uh,
And it don't work like that.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's why they're acting the way they're acting. Aaron Rodgers out on the bench before he became the guy that we know he is. Jordan Love was on the bench before he became the guy who we know he is. A lot of them, Kirk Cousins was on the bench. Uh, all those guys on the bench before they came and started and became the player they can. Why not give our quarterback the same grace as all the other quarterbacks that's out on the bench?
Because he a black
Jordan,
man.
Jordan Love is too.
Cool, but that's not their
But
franchise
that's what
though.
I'm
Like
saying.
this is
Lamar
the
Jackson
first.
was too. He was on the bench behind Flacco, and he had
But you got to understand the Ravens fuck with black
yeah.
people. They fuck with black people. We are a franchise that left Baltimore, went to racist ass Indiana, and drafted this black kid, and we expected him to be Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck out the dribble, and he's 20 years
Yeah.
old. Bro, when we drafted him, he wasn't even old enough to drink. He's still the youngest quarterback in the league. When Josh Allen got to the NFL, he was 23 years old.
But we got to give
Come
him
on, man.
we got to give him
We got to give
him
him
grace.
grace.
Uh,
We got to give him grace.